I'll tell you anyway. Hey, diddly do, folks. I am Charles Deering. That fella over there is the Lord of LOLs, Herb Hooper. Herb, where can people find you or your forehead?
Right now they can find me sitting in a chair watching a live stream. Now you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube under Herb Scrolling Station. And we can also find some patterns on my website. And we are sponsored by Hernell Media.
.com. And down there is the Duke of Denim, the patron saint of hemorrhoids, John Cousins.
Really? That's what we're going to go with today?
Sorry, I forgot to say A.
I should change my name now. Hey, everybody, how's it going today? John here with What If I Could. What If I Could Scroll Saw Portrait Design and Woodworks. You can find me at whatifcouldScroll.com, sponsored by Harnell Media. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and Instagram. What if I could?
What if I could scroll? That too. That's Herb's obligatory choking session on at least once every live stream. But hopefully he's all right. I make light of it because otherwise it'll traumatize me. But I was last minute getting in here, so I didn't get a chance to see everybody that was in the chat. I see Ken McCrory, Pat H was there earlier, Steve Combs. Did I miss anybody, fellas?
Nope.
All right. We got 7 people watching. We sure appreciate you. As promised, doing daily live streams starting yesterday. And so far I'm here. So we're going to finish this last piece today. And I still haven't finished the pheasant, so I may slide right into that one if people are still in the mood to hang. All right. Per the usual, down in the description is a link to buy this pattern if you're so inclined. It's titled Abandoned Wagon on the website. You doing all right, Herbie?
Yeah.
All right, good to hear. Hope everybody's having a decent Saturday. It's a blistering 46 degrees here in Gatesville, Texas. Good to see y'all. Oh, good Lord, it dropped down to 3 people. Apparently, they don't like my weather.
No. They don't like me gagging. I'm sorry.
It went from 7 to 3. Good Lord. All right, we're back up to 5. That's a little more bearable. All right, appreciate you regardless. If you're not subscribed already, hopefully by the end of this live stream, you'll consider it. If you do, click the bell and click the word all, and you'll never miss one of these exciting live streams.
Exciting.
Exciting. Oh, my God. All right. Pick where I want to go. Right now, it's upside down, so I can reach. The detail up here without having it hanging over my lap. The edge of the table's right here. And so all of that would be hanging most of that would be hanging in my lap. So that's why I have it upside down to all of us.
What?
Go to your room, John. Lord Jesus. I'm standing up right now. I don't know why. But I know the second I go to get in my chair, it's going to try to roll away from the table.
So since you've made commitments,
all right, that chat done got real quiet.
Since you've made commitments to do daily lives, is there stipulations to minimum of length on them, or just?
Oh, you mean how the average length of a live stream?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Just technically, because if you had technical difficulties right now, technically you did a live stream today. But would that actually count?
It would count, but I'd go on again once I got whatever figured out.
Okay.
On weekend, there are days where I might be able to do a second live stream, like if I finish this one quickly enough, I still got the pheasant down there that we can jump right on. And Donnie King has joined us. Hello. He says, "Hey all, 2 days in a row. Wow. Yep. I'm trying to improve my ways, going to daily live streams again. If John and her will let me.
We're gonna keep you on track.
All right.
Since you
What
made
he
a
means by
commitment
that is
last
off the
night,
rail.
and
Yep.
you said you'd I said I'd be here, so you're stuck with me.
All right. Good to have you. Happy to be stuck with you. Huey Lewis and the news. And y'all got to bear with us. John likes to talk a lot. I'm just kidding.
Where's Dewey and Louie?
I don't want to assume who that means.
You said Huey Lewis in the news. I was looking for Huey, Dewey, and Louie, the ducks.
I didn't even catch that. I don't know where they are.
Go ahead and take that drink.
All right, I just did. Dances with Aardvark's Mike Kim has joined us, formerly Midnight Joker. Okay, y'all bear with
Mike.
sound effects. Yeah, maturity is not required here, but a sense of humor is. We are about to get started. I know it hadn't been 18 minutes, but by God, I'm just so excited.
It's a new year. A new year, you got to have a new deal.
Thank you, Donnie. He says, by the way, we read comments out loud because some people just listen to the live stream. But Donnie says, caught yesterday's this morning. Good to see you. Good to see you too, sir. And it's good to be back. I was waiting too long between live streams, so I made myself commit to daily. All right, let's do it. I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it is. The saw is plugged in today. John, I'm going to need you to pay attention or you have to stay after class.
No, I got work to do. I'll be scrolling the same time you are.
You got to go through your checklist.
Everybody's favorite mustache, Mr. Mark Lindsay, has joined us. Hi, Mark.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I won't. Yeah, he's our eye candy when Russ ain't here. You want to tell people they can find you on the social media, sir?
You can find me here on YouTube, Mark Lindsay CNC. You can find me on Facebook, on the Instas, and on the Twitters as Mark Lindsay CNC. And thank you very much for letting me aboard there, Charles.
Not a problem. I'm desperate for entertainment. I am Charles Daring. Woodenvisions.com is my domain, and sponsored by HardnailMedia.com. Go there if you want a good communicator, long hours of work, and does what you want if it's possible. By God, it's your bill. I'm kidding. He's affordable as all get out, and by God, y'all get on there. They get a lot of work these days, but he can always squeeze you in, unless you're a butt nugget.
That he is. He's the man. He's forever working, and Harneal Media is one guy. It's Steve. If you talk to Harneal Media, you are talking to Steve.
Steve Nealon, yep. Donnie King says, glad you got your website redone. Looks good. Thank you, sir. Yeah, for those that don't know, all the thumbnails are black and white with a little red daring across them. They're not blurry messes. And speaking of Harneal Media, howdy, Steve. He just joined us.
Hello, Steve.
The logo is now real wood instead of that plastic-looking wood, and all the category buttons. Now the opening page when you go to woodenvisions.com isn't just look and feel. It's actually all categories for you to go through. There's a lot of categories, so it may not load like zippy fast, but by God, over 2,000 patterns, 14 ebooks, a whole bunch of scroll-on swag, and I survived the Charles during live stream, even a Herb-inspired LOL something or another. So by God, if you got money to blow, yes. I thought one of y'all said, hey, Charlie. All right, I guess I'm hearing voices. We got 14 people watching. We sure appreciate you.
Hey, Charlie.
What is that?
Charlie. Start scrolling.
All right, so my live stream is already haunted, but let's go. Mike has a question for you, Mark.
Mike, am I up for a question? Sure.
Yeah, if
you got
said
questions,
no,
I got answers. But you have to realize that I don't know is a legitimate answer.
JJ and he's in the house saying hello, everybody. Hello, JJ.
Hello, sir. And if you go off the line when you're working on a project, ask John Cousins why that's okay.
Because it's rustic.
Yeah, or her.
So you got on to me for not answering last night, so I figured I'd get ahead of the game. I'll answer for everybody but Mark. He's the man with all the
I gotta
answers.
warn y'all, we can have fun on these here live streams. We don't.
We're just going
We're
to see
not
how many
drunk
times
on
we
here,
can
at
go off
least
the rail.
that I know of. Yep. Off the rails is the most fun place to be. Most fun place? Is that accurate? No. Funnest? I don't know.
There's Green
Dang it.
Acres.
Okay. That's what I say when I don't know how to respond.
What?
Nothing. Anybody's got any comments, questions, complaints, inquiries, or suggestions? I may have already said that. Throw them on out there in the chat. One of my extinguished guests.
Hello, Doug.
Hello, Doug. We'll address it. Doug.
Maybe a flannel dress, but we'll dress it. Robin DIYs and buys the hello, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Robin. Sorry, I had to send Steve a PM.
Everybody set, got their coffee, their Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. That's why it took me so long to give you all the panel link. I was filling up on stogies before, so I wouldn't run out and panic during the live stream. Mike says, I'd like to laser etch a logo on the end of my dip pens, but have no idea on the best way to do. It has to go around a 14 millimeter diameter and with a 7 millimeter hole, so character height less than 3.5 millimeter. That's
Okay, are you talking about it going around a surface, a curved surface?
And hello.
Okay, full disclosure.
Hello, Chris Charlton.
I don't have a laser, so I'm going to be of limited help to you. But
Steve Nealon does.
I might know which direction to send you.
Man, my blade for some reason today.
On the flat end. So you're talking about clamping it up vertically and then lasering the logo onto the end of it. That's all going to depend on how you're going to be able to mount it in a laser. First, do you have a laser?
That'd be beneficial for him doing laser work.
Well, I don't know if he's trying to see if it's just feasible to have somebody else do for him.
Oh. Well, Steve Nealon does laser work too. He might know the answer to some of these questions.
Yeah. It just depends on your laser setup. If you have the room, because I don't know how long these pieces are. If you have the physical space to be able to clamp them in a vertical position, depending upon how long they are, that's going to be, I mean, it's doable, Mike. It's just going to be the type of laser you own and the ability to clamp that up vertically to burn into the end of that tool.
He does not have the laser until he knows what to get.
Okay. I'm probably not the guy to guide you to find the right kind of laser. There are some freestanding units you can buy that are, I would say, it's hard to do the conversion to millimeters in my head here. 500,
Real
400 millimeter by 400, something like that. And they're little freestanding units that you can just put down on a piece, and they use a diode. It's not a CO2 laser, it's a diode laser. So it's slower than a CO2 laser, but it will burn. It's more or less portable. It will burn into something. If you can like clamp it to the edge of a table and then get that laser positioned over the end of the tool, it could be done.
I'll let you read what Chris and Mike said about.
Mhm.
I feel like if I read it out loud, we'll get a bunch of giggles. And Doug
Yeah.
says, "John, talk. John, say something."
And laser pecker.
There it is.
Read. Thanks, John.
There it is.
Not sponsored.
I giggled. I giggled
May
a
the
little bit
Schwartz be
myself.
with you. Yeah, it all comes down to material holding, and if you can physically get the tool into under the laser and have that 35 millimeter gap that the laser needs to focus. It can be done. I mean, there are
I
already
believe it's 3.5 millimeters. I could be wrong.
the distance between the tip of the laser and the piece of material is roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 millimeters. But and that's just to focus the beam. But like I said, I don't have a laser, so I'm probably not the guy to talk to on this, but it can be done.
Chris Charlton is also addressing that out in the chat. I'll let them read amongst themselves.
Yeah, that would probably be your best bet. Thanks, Mark. So either way could work if I make some kind of jig. Yeah, a jig or fixture to hold those pins is the way to go. It's just having the space beneath the work surface that will allow you to get that laser over the top of the end of that pan. Of course, your other way would be to laser the logo into another piece of material and then glue that onto the end of the pen before you turn it, and then it becomes a part of the finished piece.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Doug, I'm here. I was putting drops in my eyes.
That sounds like a song.
Sing it first, John.
There I was, down on my luck, putting drops in my eyes. Couldn't see so clearly now. Had to put drops in my eyes.
Brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna leave.
You might think I miss you, but it'll come as no surprise. These ain't tears, my darling dear. I was putting drops in my eyes.
Glaucoma setting in, the diabetes so bad.
Oh.
Sugar's low, I gotta put drops in my eyes. Look at that. See? On the spot.
Now for our next magical trick.
Freestyling.
Yeah. That's one of those things that I have been doing for decades, just making my own lyrics to popular songs. But hanging around the taverns I used to hang out, I found out something. You do not touch Patsy Cline songs. You can do a lot of things, but they get downright hostile if you start messing with the lyrics. Patsy Cline.
They better not come over here then.
My God, we'll mess with any song.
Yep.
I'm about to sneeze. Bear with me.
That's you.
Don't sneeze, Charles.
Don't you do that.
It
No,
won't
no,
decide.
no, no. No.
Donnie King says that's why I like these vids. Cheap entertainment. That's right.
Amen,
Some of us are
by
cheap,
God.
some of us are entertaining, and some of us are both.
Dang it. My camera crane won't stay where I put it.
Clamp it.
That's what I'm going to do. It still wants to swing. Just a swing. And,
Clamp it, Jed.
oh, God.
Sounds like a dangling participle issue.
Oh, Jesus.
Wear a long coat and nobody will notice.
La, 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 la.
It's you gotta bring in the shows from the other shows, right?
Yeah, sure.
The password is callback.
And if you guys want to understand the meaning of behind the dangling participle issue, go back and see yesterday's show.
Yes.
Yep, it's somewhere in that 4 hours.
You have to
Live
watch the
stream.
whole thing, though.
Live stream number 281.
Context is everything.
Bartimaeus.
Pretty much everything.
Just my luck.
Yeah, his swing's crane. His crane's swinging.
You just
Did it
win.
move again?
No.
Oh, got me all paranoid.
Well, you had that demon in here last night. It might be haunted.
Well, Charles, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
True. But I play hard to want.
You too? Cool.
Yep.
That's going to be spectacular.
Okay. And for some reason, when I cut right to left, I get a little chatter in the blade, so I'm going to come at it from the other side.
Okay.
That's just weird.
Well, what can cause that?
I don't know. Could be a flaw in the blade or surge in the power. I don't know. I tried to zoom in and show y'all yesterday, but I couldn't get close enough without it blurring, but I can see it clear as day.
Okay.
I can see
The back side of the cut is rippled.
Okay. Now, would variations in the density of the material you're cutting have anything to do with that, or?
Not necessarily, because it only happens one direction.
Okay. Okay. See, that's why I ask. I don't know. But I figure I'm not the only
I
one.
wish I could show y'all what I wish I could show y'all what I was talking about so it would make sense, but oh well.
Can you repeat that, robot?
I roboted?
Yes.
For just a brief second.
I don't even remember what the hell I was saying. I wish y'all could see what I was talking about so it would make sense, but it's not the end of the world.
Okay. It's the end
It's
of
it.
the world as we know it. Sorry, Herb. Didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
That's all right. You're a better singer than I am.
I don't know whatever did give you that idea. I don't sing good, but I sing loud.
I can't sing, but I'm going to.
I can sing a song that never ends. You guys know it. It keeps going
yes,
on and
I
on.
do. Yes, I do. Mike,
No,
go ahead.
yes, Mike. Go ahead, Mark, if you want to read it out loud.
I was
for
going to
people that are
say,
just
Mike wants to know: have you checked the tightness of all the nuts and bolts on your saw? Maybe something is drifting a little.
I think it's just this blade, but I could be wrong. But every now and then, if you listen real close, for lack of a better word, the saw surges a little bit. You can kind of hear it, and that might be what's doing it. I have no idea, but I've had this thing for bloody years. If I ever lose it, I'm gonna cry.
No.
Although I have my trusty awesome Seiko right next to me.
Now, let me ask you this about that. Do those require a lot of regular maintenance, or is it just something you do when you think about it?
When you think about it,
Okay.
they do have right. Well, it's almost blocked, but right there on the
Mhm.
upper and lower arm is an area you're supposed to put machine oil on every now and then, but I neglect that because I forget.
Uh-oh.
Stace Makes is in the house. Hello, Stace.
Hello, Stace.
Hi, Stice.
How do you today?
I'm already being held for review. Shocker.
Where's that echo coming from?
Is that from me? You're being held for review because you got a machine guy in on a scroll saw channel?
I'm not entirely sure.
That might be it.
I think I'm gonna have to reboot this computer.
Uh-oh.
I would throw it over my shoulder again, but I don't know if it could handle it.
Yeah, computers are funny that way.
Most of the tiny detail on this project are in this area.
Well, that's
rest of
good
it-
to hear you're firing on all cylinders, Stace. Sorry to interrupt you, Charles.
It's all good.
Now, is that a lot of single cuts that you're doing there in the detail area, or?
I wouldn't say a lot. There's a handful of them, or at least
Okay.
two that I see. I forgot to send my brother the link. Don't everybody talk at once now.
I'm multitasking, sorry.
I think John's on his saw, and I'm sitting here mesmerized by the blade action.
Thank you. John's always quiet though, unless he
Mama
sees an
saw.
opening to giggle.
Deggy poo. Poo.
Yeah. Now, since I have Brad Nails here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this area. Go ahead. What were you saying, Mark?
No, I was just going to ask John if that's what he was doing, if he was on his saw.
Yes, sir.
All
He
right.
multitasking.
Scroll sawing in stereo. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta say, I am kind of envious, or maybe just
Thank you.
jealous
I
of
appreciate it. I've been working out.
of the of the fact that you guys can actually run your machines and scroll while you're live and still carry on a conversation, because all of my
it's
stuff,
real easy once you.
well, all of my stuff is so loud, I don't even dare try.
Oh yeah.
So
The scroll saw is one of the quietest tools and one of the safest tools in your shop. I got.
I will agree with that 100%.
And once you get used to scrolling, the rest, it's, I don't want to call it mindless because you're not an idiot to do it. What I mean is, it doesn't require a whole lot of concentration unless you're paranoid about going off the line. And if John or Herb disagree with me, or anybody out in the chat, they're welcome to address that.
What we're gonna argue.
State
with you?
says it's easier than it seems.
Yeah, if you
No,
so desire, John.
Stace, you can't give you can't make it sound easy though. There's a little bit of skill. There's a little bit of skill involved in it.
Well, and that's a valid point, but that skill comes from education and experience. And
there's skill, but a lot of it's patience. But yeah.
Well, I kind of agree with that, and I kind of disagree with that, because like my wife likes to tell people, you don't need patience to do something you love to do. So
well, I love scrolling, but to sit here at the saw for 4 hours takes a little bit of patience.
I will give you that. There's also physical limitations and what have you. Some people just can't sit for for that long a time, and back starts hurting, legs starts hurting, arms get sore, whatever. I understand that.
Then you got that other fella that went for 20 some odd hours straight. I won't mention no names.
What I was talking about, Stace says it's easier than it seems. She can turn and talk, so scrolling and talking is super easy. What I meant was the actual volume of the tool. You can use the tool while you're talking, and people can hear you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If I go out and fire up my
helps
machines,
if you have a mouth mic.
Yeah. If I go out and fire up my machines, I have a shop vac for dust collection and a router running, and then the bit spinning through the material. That's all you can hear. You can't hear nothing. And
the loudest thing I got going right now is besides me is dust collection, but it's at the other end of the shop. It's just routed over here underneath my saw.
Right. What? Now, eventually, my dust collection is going to be moved to a lean-to on the back of my shop. But right now, I got to pour a little concrete pad for the compressor and all that other good stuff. So that's work in progress. So for right now, I'm running a little 6-horse shop vac, and oh my gosh, that'll run you out the room.
Yeah. I was worried about the dust collection being too loud to have on while I'm scrolling, but it definitely cuts down on the dust because it collects it.
Well, you can't even hear it. If you wouldn't have said you're running dust collection right now, Charles, I would never know.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even notice it unless I turned it off. You'd notice it's a little quieter, but
yeah,
that's why I keep babbling.
Well, the saw is closer to the mic than that dust collector is, so I can hear the saw.
Yeah.
But even then, it's nice and quiet. It doesn't, the automatic gain control on your system that you're using, it takes care of that, and it just kind of blends into the background. You can hear it, but it's not in the forefront. So that's cool.
Says sound dampening helps, or a lapel mic, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to do live streams relying on my webcam mic, and people had trouble hearing me over it.
Yeah.
So Dave Gatton sent me a headset with mic on it, and by God, it changed my life.
Oh yeah, it's completely different. I used to use a headset mic, but I didn't like the sound. And I do a podcast with my partner Eloy Escajedo, and it sounded like I was talking into a tin can. I just didn't like the sound, so that's why I got this microphone set up on a boom and the whole thing, with the pop filter and the isolation mount.
Yeah, I got
And
that
it
in
was,
my office. But
yeah, that was mainly for that podcast, but I use it on all my videos, my screen capture videos as well. And it wasn't really expensive. I mean, they've gone up in price, but when I bought this, it was $65. So,
Stace says, right, got to shoot, set up. Good luck, Charlie. Thank you, Stace. Have a good one. Ken McCrory says, hey, now that means he's in the house. Hello, Ken McCrory.
good morning,
Come
Ken.
I always
on.
point out he's one of the 3 people that bought Scroll on merchandise. By God.
Oh,
Well, what we were talking about in the PM yesterday, Charles, I got to talk to the Department of Finance and make sure I have that allocated.
Not a problem. It will still be here.
But I do want to get that.
Tenfold, much obliged.
well, it looks like no multitasking today for me.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Why for not?
Guess this computer don't want to come back up.
Uh-oh.
Don't make me mad. I got a hammer sitting right over here.
Yeah, something I've discovered, Herb, I'll give you a little pro tip when it comes to that. Get yourself a white rubber mallet. The white rubber doesn't leave black marks, so plausible deniability.
It's a black computer.
Yeah, but it's still it won't smudge when you whack it.
Oh, trust me, if I whack it, it's in pieces.
Y'all might want to work on your wording here. Just saying. All right, somebody with a wrench. We got.
I'm trying to get over there.
All right.
I'm gonna say something to the word whack it, right?
Yep. That's kind of what I was just getting at.
Come
But
on,
I'm not.
computer.
But I'm not going to.
Okay.
Whack it.
I'm having to change how I usually scroll because of that chatter going left to right. I mean right to left. So I have to come back around to where I started the kind of crap. Oh well. It's mainly just annoying me because I don't want those little ribs, but it's not the end of the world if they're there.
Okay, Mike says I was just watching and thinking about the possibility of an XY table on a scroll saw. My question would be why? Why would you need that? I mean, I can see certain cases where it might come in handy, but I don't know why you'd want to do that.
Compound cutting.
Really?
But yeah, well, compound cutting on a scroll saw. I'm not good at multitasking, so I'll have John explain compound cutting while I scroll.
But he's talking
John
about XY on a scroll saw, though.
Well,
An
I thought
XY
that meant
table.
two different. I thought you meant like cutting from two different directions. I love you too, Mike.
An XY
You can get rid of-
table, if I'm following his thought processes here, would be basically a table that moves side to side and front to rear.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know if you mean computer controlled or if you mean you doing by hand.
Well, he says we won't need Charlie, and so that sounded, or we can get rid of Charlie. So it sounds like computer control.
Well,
That's what I get for going back to daily live streams. People are already trying to get rid of me.
Yeah, and Steve's got a good point here. Mike says yes, computer controlled. Steve's has a point. It wouldn't make much sense since you'd have to stop all the time to change out the blades.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but then move over to the next entry point and everything else.
Yeah, it'd be more trouble than it's worth. Why do I have a moth in here? It's daylight.
Why do you have a moth in there? It's wintertime.
I was gonna say they need
That
heat too, but
Hey,
don't
just
know
catch them, take your cigarette lighter, heat them up, or your little protein. Keep scrolling.
I am trolling. I just noticed the moth circle around my ring light.
Ken McCrory says Charlie is a scrolling computer.
Aw. Thank you.
Yeah, computers do regular size stuff though.
Oh, by the way, Steve Nealon, the vehicle video, all three parts are in Dropbox, and the animal one, all three parts are uploading now. I broke a couple of my videos down into parts so they would download easier. I believe Mark bought one of those a long time ago. I believe it was the vehicle one.
I bought two of them, and I do go back, review, and watch. As I say, I don't have a scroll saw for this purpose because what you do, I consider this art, and I don't do this type of scroll sawing. I use it for complicated cuts where a bandsaw or something else won't fit. But your process, even though it's using older versions of software, your process for creating the pattern is what interests and intrigues me. And I do go back and watch that on occasion.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Mark. And Mark can vouch for me on this. I go into major detail. That's why
big time.
At least those two videos, the vehicles and short-haired animals, 3 hours long, because I'm very thorough, and I make decisions on the fly. There's no editing except for dead air or flat-out mistake, bloopers.
I'll be right back.
Bloopers.
And that's one of the main things that I look for. And what I like so much about those videos, Charles, is the fact that you, on the fly, as you're creating the pattern, you're explaining your thought process and why you're including this detail and why you're not including another piece of detail.
Or changing my mind in real time and explaining why.
Exactly. And going back and tying it all together so that a person like me who's never done that before gets a little bit of an insight as to how you make that decision and the reasons for that decision, which is most important in my opinion anyway. And that helps in so many other categories that are not even related to scroll sawing, that if you are if you're doing anything with vector graphics or vector art on the computer, sometimes you have to make those decisions as to what to include, what not to include, and how close to stay to that line. You
Well,
know?
I try to be a thorough teacher because one of the biggest pet peeves I have is if I see a video titled "How to Such and Such," and all they're doing is filming what they're doing. I want there to be no questions left unanswered when I get done teaching stuff.
And you do a good job. You do a good job of that.
Yeah.
Jerry Brown has showed up. Charles must have that
Hello,
heater
Mr.
on
Jerry.
full. Still a little cool for me in the old shop. Yeah.
It's I don't know what temperature it is inside, but it's 46 outside. It's bearable. But I'm wearing a hoodie and a long sleeve shirt under it, so there's that. Welcome, Jerry. I have a radiator heater, but I don't have enough plugs for it to be over here beside me or enough room, so I just sucked it up.
Yeah, I'm taking the radiator heater out of my shop because it makes it too hot in there.
Yeah, unless you set it just right, it gets a little steamy, for lack of a better word. John, are
Yeah,
you going to go live later since you're working on something?
No.
Okay.
Those will never
John
get- I'll
doesn't
never
like
get it.
y'all folks.
I'll never get it done like I am not getting it done right now.
Jerry says I could kick on my mini split. It would be 60-ish in a few minutes. But I fell down on the ice on the way to the shop. Well,
Ouch. Sorry to hear
Not
that. I hope
good.
you're okay, bud.
time to get out the golf cleats.
By the way, I talked about doing daily live streams. The only time I won't is if I'm sick or something out of my control happens, or if I go to visit my mom out of town. But other than that, by God, I will do daily live streams. I don't know what time. I wish I could commit to a time. Go ahead, John.
And since Charlie never leaves the house,
Almost never, yeah. I'm scared of the world. I've only been to Jerry's once. He's been to my place quite a few times.
It smells too people-y out there.
Well, my shop smells like an ashtray, and I know Jerry can vouch for me on that. It's also cluttered all to hell. Or heck, if you're sensitive.
the only difference between yours and my shop, Charles, is you got finished projects all over the place. Mine are unfinished.
That's pretty good. I have more finished projects in the house than I do in the shop, but yeah, I have about that 8-foot wide horse piece is definitely in here because there's no room in the house for it. I just leaned up against the wall. I got about 6 or 7 finished pieces in here, or so. I'm not counting those 8x10s.
I'm telling you, you got to get pictures of them and get them up on the shop and get them out the door.
Well, I got some of them on woodenvisions.com if you're so inclined.
Sweet. Because I mean, I didn't even. For instance, that Escher piece that I'm interested in that you did, I didn't even know you had that. Or I'd have had that snapped up long ago.
Well, I have it as an 8x10, but I don't even know if I still have the pattern or not. I don't know whatever happened to that.
Well, I want the finished piece. I don't want the pattern.
What is that?
$3,000.
I've already claimed it, John. He did an MC Escher piece, and my son-in-law is an artist, and MC Escher is his favorite artist. So I want to get that for him as his birthday present.
That famous drawing of hand drawing a hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the one I was asking about. Which one was it? Because I've always wanted to attempt his stuff. I actually wanted to do I want to do my floor in the interlocking lizards.
Oh yeah.
I'll get with you later, John.
Oh yeah.
For those that don't know, if you've seen the patterns on my website where there's a hand holding a globe, a literal globe like Earth,
Mhm.
That handle's modeled off of the MC Escher thing where he's holding a reflecting globe.
Okay.
Oops,
Yeah,
sorry
I
about
have
that.
I have a CNC file to cut those lizards, John. That I've been saving for an idea floating around in the back of my head.
How's that working out for you?
Well, I've got more ideas than a tail feather on a turkey farm. So,
Donnie King says, almost bought a piece of poly the other day so I can do larger pieces, but I still have to reorganize my shop to get them. Sorry.
You should leave the reading to people that can read, Charles.
Well, they weren't doing it quick enough, so
It just popped up.
Well, I'm quick on my draw, by God.
TWSS.
Or Donnie, you could always do like
yeah.
I do and have your scroll saw set into a corner desk unit. Then you don't have to worry about it at all. Then you get all the desk room to clutter up and have all your projects on it.
Yeah, but what fun would that be?
My office desk is cluttered all to hell. I get this shop so clean where I can do cartwheels in it if I wanted to, and then in no time it's cluttered again.
I'm still in the process of moving another shop into my shop. So
And Donnie says no fun that way. Since nobody wanted to read that, I had to do their job. Just kidding. Just kidding.
you're not kidding.
Sort of, kind of. Meaning I wasn't as upset as I sounded, or tried to sound, but I did. Never mind. What are you working on, John? Name? Is it a name or?
No, I'm doing a sign. Laundry room sign.
Donnie says, been thinking about that too, but right now I don't even have a corner. Once again, doing my job. Laundry room. Okay, he's making it. All right.
With real clothespins.
Nice. I may need to reevaluate what I pay my panel. Just saying.
Well, see, Donnie, the thing about because he says he's been thinking about that too, but right now he doesn't even have a corner. The thing is that when I set up my shop, the first thing I put in was my scroll saw, and then I built around my scroll saw because that's my main tool.
And that's what I'm doing as well. The first thing I moved in was my table saw, but the whole shop is based around the CNC.
My shop's based around my ashtray. Just kind of worked out that way. All right, take a sweet Dr. Pepper, by God. We are getting there. This is all that's left except for Brad Nails there. Brad Nails just off camera.
Jerry says, I got the drill motor for making a scroll saw, drilling, mulling over the designs for the 3D printed frame and handle. Scroll saw.
I wish I could find a frame maker for all my pieces, man, but I don't have any dang money.
Not that hard to make a frame, Charles. I've been over this.
It is if you're Charles Deering, dag blabbit.
I've done 3 framing videos. It's not that hard.
That was you making them, not me. Go to your room, Mark.
I'm in my room. Welcome to my nightmare.
Remember, John, Charles messed up a soup sandwich.
Yeah, I know. My mom,
Jerry,
my mom used to burn water while she's boiling it.
Jerry is, he'll probably vouch for me on this. He's slightly addicted to Amazon. Or at least growing his shop.
Jerry says he's moved the shop like 4 times. It always evolves. My scroll saw does not move. I do not want to move my scroll saw. It stays exactly where it is.
I moved mine once. It used to be over there.
I just need a bigger desk.
I got a decent sized desk. I just clutter the hell out of it.
Hello,
Arnell
Mr.
Media
Meadows.
says, I love the Seiko Scrollers drill.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah, it's fine. And
Mr.
you know,
Meadows has joined us.
the Seiko's drill is nice and all, but I think it's just a fad. Come on.
Hey! Everybody's
Don't get me
favorite
wrong,
bobblehead,
I
Russ Meadows.
like to have one, but I'll stick with my Dremel.
I don't think Steve Nealon was even trying for it when he won it, but he's glad he got it.
Mervin's in the house.
Hello,
Hello,
Mervin.
Mark, this is one of those single line cuts you were asking about.
Okay, cool.
And I went off the line a little bit on the other end, but I don't really care because it's rustic.
What?
It's rustic, Grandpa.
Oh, guys, there, you young whippersnapper. Don't you be making fun of us, old 420. You're going to get that way one day.
Tony says CNC takes up a lot of room, so options are limited. Yep.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And in fact, I tell folks that if you're trying to calculate how much room you need for a CNC router, take the cutting area size and double it. That's how much real estate you need around the machine to be able to get completely around it for clamping and work holding and things like that, and servicing, maintenance, and what have you.
Well, this actual saw isn't very big, but with a 2 foot by 4 foot table incorporated into it, it takes up about that much room, by God.
Yeah.
I wonder if my wife gets mad at me if she finds out I'm using her computer.
Well,
Jerry says, I have one CNC out there now and going to build the second one in the next few months. I'll find the room.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all are doing great about keeping up with them comments there. Just saying.
I'm just trying to get a computer where I can type.
Murph
was
says that's
also-
great, Mark.
I was also answering a question that I got off platform.
Sure, Mark. Sure.
But Jerry's got a good point there as well. He'll find the room. When you get one machine put in and you establish a workflow, you can kind of figure out exactly how you need to organize your shop, put, furniture and fixtures and what have you. And if you think you have enough room to do it comfortably, you can squeeze 2 in pretty tightly together. But exactly. And she said it loud and thunderous too. But to begin with, not knowing anything, if you've never put one in, never installed a CNC, you've got to be able to get all the way around it so that you can comfortably work with material. I mean, I don't know if you've ever tried to move a sheet of plywood in through a single door, but it's kind of that way. You can do it, but there's a lot of finagling to get around stuff to get through the ding dong doorway, and you don't
He
want to
says
be
his
doing
shop
that.
He says his shop was 10 by 20. I believe mine's 12 by 32 or 16 by 32. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I have
But
a couple questions. I have a couple questions once Mark finishes his statement here.
Well, my only point is that you need to be able to pick up the material and get it up on the table without a lot of hassle. That's my only point there.
Now, I bought this cool handle for lifting. It's actually for carrying drywall. You can carry 2 sheets of drywall,
Oh, yeah.
and the handle's about 2 feet long, and you basically just hold it like with your
Up
arm
against
by
your
your
shoulder.
side. No,
Yeah.
you hold the handle with your arm by your side, basically, and you can actually pick up the 2 sheets of drywall at a time and just pick it straight up off the ground. And so the top of the 4x sheet is basically at your shoulder, so you can carry
That's what I
stuff
was
in and
talking
out
about,
without a
yeah.
problem. And that's easy. But my question is, Mark, have you ever seen anybody that has a double stacked CNC on like a trammel raise system? Like, would that make sense?
I'm trying to picture it in my mind. A double stacked.
Yeah, so basically you can raise and lower it. Like if you need room underneath it, you can start your program, raise it up so that you can still do work underneath of it, and let it go do its thing above you, and then lower it down when it's done.
Well, I short answer to the question is no. I've never seen it, but that doesn't mean that it's not being attempted somewhere. I have seen people set up machines that are mounted on an angle, and use a system of counterweights or even spring tension to even out, smoothen out the travel of the router as it moves across at an angle. I've seen people make fold-up systems to where it'll store up against the wall when it's not running, but not run it while it's sitting vertical.
John has a finished table that he does that with.
I've seen vertical mount scroll saws. Doesn't Hobby have? Hobby has one, doesn't he?
He does, but he doesn't run it in the vertical position. He that's how he stores it.
Oh.
Now he's working on counterweights and everything else. And eventually he's gearing towards doing exactly that. He's just not there yet. But he's kind of inventing as he goes along.
John has a station where he paints or puts, well, he doesn't paint, but puts
spray
finish
table
on stuff.
system.
It's a hinge table that it folds up into the wall when he's not using it.
Right.
Which is another possibility for
and
to be able to.
We got comments going on over there if anybody's so inclined.
Yes, I'll get to just finishing the point. To your point, John, I think it could work depending upon what type of lift system that you put on it. But I would be more inclined to start that cycle, start the carving after it's raised, because once it starts cutting, you don't want to do anything on that surface at all.
No, like that's what I was saying. Like get the program ready to go, get all your piece in place, raise it up, and then start it up, right?
Right.
And then you can work on a second piece on the second one at ground level again, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah, I do understand, and Jerry Brown in fact says you could have a smaller CNC on the ground under the main larger CNC, but I'm one of the few people with 4 computers in my shop. Yeah, I've got 2 right now, Jerry. I feel you, and I'm fixing to add a third one later on this year, hopefully. But that they do take up a lot of real estate as well. It could be done. The only downside I can see is if you have a small shop like mine. Remember, mine's only 12 by 16. The space under my CNC is used for storage. That's where I put tools, and I have, my computer. One computer is set up down there, my control box and everything else. But that's also where I store like my miter saw, sanders, and things like that. I'm working on a system to store some materials under there as well. So if I eliminate that storage space, I now have to find another place to store all those tools. If you have the shop space to do something like that, I think it's an option worth exploring. It really is.
Hello, Brian Moran. Welcome back.
Let's see here. Jerry Brown says, yes, he has that plastic handle too. I'm talking not so much, I used the wrong metaphor. I'm not talking so much about getting a sheet of plywood through the physical doorway. I'm talking about now you got to get it around a table saw and up over a workbench and everything else. Well, it's the same thing if you're trying to mount a piece of material on a table and you've got other tools around there too close. You can't get in between two machines to move the tail end of a piece of material, or you have to tile a project where you're cutting on one end, disconnect it from the table and shove it through. You have to have the physical space to push it through to be able to cut the other end. So if you have a
Jerry, do
4
you
foot
want on
by
the panel,
4
by
foot,
the way? I'm
So
sorry, I
if
was
you-
asking Jerry if he wanted to be on the panel. I've never asked him to be on the panel.
so if you have a 4 foot
Jerry,
by
you want to be
4
on the
foot
panel?
cutting area and you need to cut something 8 feet long, you have to have that additional 4 feet behind the machine to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So let's see. Mike Dances with Aardvark says, I got no chance. My workshop is already like one of those puzzles where you slide the numbers around to get them in the right order. Yeah, welcome to my world. I'm there with you. Okay, Jerry says, I'm working on programming Marlin right now for the 3D printer. So evidently that's a no.
Okay, if you ever do want to be on the panel, let me know, because I think it'd be cool having you on here, by God.
Mike says, was watching something recently where someone put a big lathe on a hoist and lowers it from the rafters to use it. Yeah, there are people who have mounted CNC tables or even scroll saw setups on a system of pulleys where they can raise it up to the rafters to open up the floor space when they're not using that machine.
That wouldn't do me any good because my ceiling's like right there.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm same here. Brian Moran says, seems you may have your wagon done today.
Yes, sir.
We're hoping.
I'm hoping, so that's why I titled the video finishing the abandoned wagon or old wagon.
It's looking awesome. We spun it around to where we can see it right side up. It's looking real good.
Usually the closer I get to the end, the closer I get with the camera, so y'all can't see it done until I'm done. Yeah.
Let's see. Mervin says, then you have table saw and everything else. Yeah, that same here. And I'm going to be adding a drum sander. So Jerry Brown says 19 by 23 shop. I have the layout I did in 2018 when I last set up the shop, and it is pretty close to that still. You know, if it works for you, that's the important part. I'm still getting that stuff figured out. I'm in one of those, because of weather right now, I'm in one of those catch-22 things where I need to build the storage to put stuff, but I've got all that stuff in there, so I've got no room to put the storage. So I've got to get some decent weather so I can move it out to a different, under an easy up and cover it up, and then be able to build the storage for those items. Mike says, in and out of here in stasis. Oh, did Stace go live?
I'm reckoning when she left earlier, she talked about setting up. So.
Okay.
I try not to step on live streams. I wasn't aware she was going live.
Yeah, they're not quite as painful as stepping on a Lego, but close.
You always know when Herb's back because he's making out with his microphone.
I just didn't want to interrupt you. I just letting you know I was here.
Baby, interrupting's what we do.
It's not just a job; it's an adventure.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you, Charles. You
Yeah.
said you was gonna start doing daily lives.
Yeah.
What time you think you're gonna do? Morning or afternoon tomorrow?
On a Sunday, it could be midday-ish, potentially morning. I try to do it when I think most people will be awake, but it depends on my sleep schedule, sadly.
Okay.
So you
I got
got
a song.
something going?
I got a song in my head now.
I've got to rearrange this desk.
Oh,
I got to put up. I've been going to put up this monitor for 2 weeks now, but I think I'll do it tomorrow.
Donnie says he's thinking
man.
was winding up selling some of his larger tools that he rarely uses before it's all over. You know, Donnie, don't take this the wrong way. I sold my radio alarm saw because I never used it, and then I'm actually regretting it because I would like to have it now. Even
The only reason I don't have one is the room.
Like I can still do the same stuff with my miter saw and my table saw, but my radio alarm saw would be nice to have right now, honestly.
Yep. Ryan says, I'm listening to you guys, just busy cleaning my shop, not typing. That is why we read comments out loud, because some people just listen to the live stream.
As he typed that out.
That means I didn't put it in
Whoa,
the plant.
Drink? What?
Drink.
It did break, but if you're thirsty, take a damn drink.
Jerry says he sold his planer and scroll saw. Guess what he got back last year? Both of them.
He sold his scroll saw to me, and I just it just sat there, and I was desperate for money, so I sold it back to him.
For a profit.
No, actually a discount for him.
Well, no, well, come on. It's aged now, though.
But I did paint it black because it was that gross Excalibur green. But it's a 30-inch saw.
Oh my God.
What was that?
I sure missed that deal.
If you got the Krylon, you can have any color you want.
I love painting stuff up gloss black.
I like all my green tools. They go together well with my red and black.
All right.
Okay.
That's the first thing I did when I got it off in my shop was paint it. I had every intention of using it, just like this here Seiko, and here I am. Johnny says, radial I use all the time, but 18-inch bandsaw and drill press, very rare now. Yeah, drill presses aren't really productive for my size cuttings. So mine just gather and dust on the floor.
Well, it comes in handy when I'm doing 2-inch Forstner bit holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of selective about the tools that I get. I don't have a big bandsaw because I just don't use one. But I could see needing one in the next 5 or 6 years. You know, I've got a small benchtop bandsaw that, you know, it's nothing special. It does what I need it to do, but only just. But I do use my drill press a lot because woodworking is not the only thing I do. But I do have to be selective. It's kind of like my miter saw. I would love to have one of those nice 12-inch compound sliding miter saws that'll cut a 13-inch wide board.
The Bosch ones with the articulated neck on it, the articulated back on it.
I just don't have the space for one. So I've got an old Black & Decker, believe it or not. I've got an old Black & Decker 10-inch, just standard miter saw. It doesn't even do compound cuts.
You know what you need? You need like a lift system.
Now, what I need is a 20. What I need is a 45 by 90 shop.
You just built a shop. You should have made it bigger to begin with.
If I had the land, I would have. Now
I
we
don't think the
know who
neighbors would mind.
didn't. Now we know who didn't watch part 1 of my series.
Jerry
Well, I
says I
even
sold
got
a
out.
green one, got a black one.
Yep.
And
Jerry,
that is why the Cricut and 3D printers are all in the house shop. Sorry, Mark, I didn't know you were reading comments.
yeah, I was just getting ready to pop that in because that is another good point. This room here that I'm in, that my wife calls my office, is kind of a catch-all and storage, as well as a little bit of workbench space I got back there behind me right here, very little bit, and another workbench over against the other wall that is piled up with stuff right now I can't even get to. So
By the way, Jerry's channel is Polly Wants a Crafter, and for those that don't know, the singer that's used as the background music and voice is his uncle that lives with him, Tony Siegel. Hopefully I said that last name right.
Jerry says, I have an electronics shop in my room for the robotics. I'm taking over my whole house slowly. Yeah.
He
It'll
also
do that
has
if you
50
ain't
million
careful.
guitars. I want a damn acoustic guitar and learn to play it, but I don't have any money, and I probably don't have anything he wants to trade.
Jerry says, yep, I got tired of music copyright, so he does all the music for me. I don't use a whole lot of music on YouTube. All of it comes from the YouTube library, with one exception. On my channel, I did do some original music on one of my guitars, but I don't play. It was just kind of some background mood music.
Back when I did project videos, I used the same. My intro, I believe, is called Guts and Bourbon by Kevin MacLeod. MacLeod is how it's spelled.
Kevin MacLeod, yeah.
And I can't remember. The other one's by Kevin MacLeod as well, but I can't remember what it's called. Guts and Bourbon. Did I already say that one?
I used that in a build series. My CNC build series, I did that. I used that song.
Yeah. I used the same music, except for when I did the Star Wars collage. I did a bunch of weird stuff on that.
Yeah.
Why do you pronounce it MacLeod? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, it's MacLeod.
Yeah. You said MacLeod.
Well, I wasn't sure how it's pronounced because it's McLeod.
MacLeod, of the clan MacLeod. You know there can be only one, right?
Sure.
Another Outlander reference. Thank you very much.
Highlander.
Excuse me.
What are you Outlander? Not even
close. Dude, I don't follow that stuff.
I don't follow Outlander, but I did follow Highlander though.
Yeah, my wife is into the Highlander books. And I mean deep down that rabbit hole.
Outlander is just way too far-fetched for me. Let's travel back in time. He's a witch. Oh no!
Yeah. Jerry Brown says, I do have a couple of acoustics in the spare room I need to repair and clear. I do not forget you, just slow. So he hasn't forgotten.
I didn't know you had any intentions of giving me a guitar. That's why I didn't know he was forgetting anything, or that he wasn't forgetting anything, because I didn't know we arranged for me to get one. Yay!
I've kind of gotten into that trap myself. I owe about 6 instruments that I have committed to building, and I just haven't had time to get on them.
Oh,
yeah. I do remember observant, John. Apparently, you broke a blade.
Yeah, I did. Mark, I do recall one that you're supposed to build that you started like 2 years ago. You have all the pieces, budget.
I've got it. Yeah, it's a 7-piece laminated neck.
Yep.
And I've got everything here and set aside. What I need to do is thickness sand a few people on that drum sander I'm going to buy. And I'm teasing my buddy. We can't seem to get together where he has enough time and I have enough time that I can go to his house and use that drum sander to sand it. So I'm going to have to buy the damn machine to use it. So
Brian, are you on Facebook, buddy? Brian Morin wants to join us live, and you're more than welcome. But
I can send him a link.
Oh, y'all already friends on Facebook?
Yeah, I can send him a link if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna get to meet Brian. Yay!
Yeah, but the one you're talking about, John, that is on the top of the list.
Yeah.
I just have to get the time. Well, I've got to get the machine set up, but I've got to get the time to actually get that thickness sanded. Then I can glue up the neck, then cut out the blank, and then carve the back.
By the way, for anybody that cares, when we're not live, I'm a gutter mouth, so I don't think I'm all prim and proper and perfect gentleman every time.
You better believe it, folks.
God.
Yeah, Jerry says I have to refinish my Stratocaster, then build the Telecaster and fix my 1800s banjo and violin. I've got a mandolin up here on the top shelf that I've got to repair the nut on. And
good segue, Mark.
Oh my God. Bunch of
I love
stuff.
the sound of a banjo and a steel guitar, man. To me, that just screams country music, by God, or a fiddle.
Oh, and I've got to restring my wife's dulcimer.
Charles just had that done.
Yeah.
Huh? What? I seriously didn't hear him. What did he say?
Well, Mark has to say it again in order for me to say my comment again.
What I said was I have a mandolin up here on the top shelf that I have to work on the nut.
Oh, Charles just had that done. Okay. Yes, I did. And things are finally evened out, so I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Ask me about my. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, as high as pitched as it was, his voice used to be half an octave higher.
I got a piece of debris somewhere.
I used to be an alto. Now I'm a tenor.
I know where it used to be.
A piece of debris. Are we still talking about the same operation, or?
Oh. Well,
It just feels like there's a piece of debris under this piece, and I can't find it.
Jerry says the 1920s violin is not a fiddle, but I am just crazy collecting instruments. I don't have time to play. Jerry, I have 10 guitars in here right now, and I don't play.
On a rare serious note, I love to sing. Even if I don't do it all that good, I would love to be able to play guitar with it. That's why I so want a guitar. That little piece of debris was, I felt.
Don't feel bad, folks. Wow. He couldn't carry a tune in a 5-gallon bucket if Garth Brooks carried it.
Hi. Weren't you being quiet or something?
This is just me talking here. This is just me talking here, but that sounded very negative, Herb.
Just a moment, whoever that is.
It's probably Brian.
I would imagine it's Russ, but I could be wrong.
It's probably Brian.
Oh yeah, Brian, duh. We were just talking about that.
Brian,
just a moment. Brian, let me finish this here cut. And
just
Jerry,
to let
if you change your mind about being on the panel, let me know. Sorry, Mark, go ahead.
Just going to give Brian a little inside baseball here. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. So.
Yeah, and Brian, before I let you in, if you have YouTube playing, you may want to pause it because there's a delay and it'll confuse the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Right, all right.
Hey, guys.
How you doing over there?
Not too bad.
Tell people they can find you, by God. Good to finally meet you, sir.
Yeah, he looks all professional and everything, too.
That expensive wallpaper behind him.
I just put that up because to hide all the junk.
Have you, have you
look
seen ourselves?
Look at him trying to class up the joint. I mean, come
here.
on.
I'll give you a tour.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
that's what we're
I got-
used to.
Mountain bikes and my plywood and my 2 Harleys are on the other side. So.
See, now
Wait,
that's
I
what
want-
we're used
I
to.
want a Harley. Dang it. Dang good to finally get to meet you, Brian. Appreciate you. You want to tell people they can find you on social media or websites or whatever the case may be?
Well, not much right now. I'm on Instagram. You can find me at Simply Unreal, his username on Instagram, and on YouTube it's under my name, Brian Morin, and on Facebook same thing. But I don't have a website or anything right now or anything on the go. But it's in the plans.
Well, we can hook you
I
up
used
with
to
that.
do web design before, so.
Oh, we know a fella.
Dang good to have you here. Dang good to
Thanks,
have you
guys.
here. What
Yeah,
do you do on your channel?
Right now, my channel, my YouTube, I didn't do anything related to scroll saw work because I just started around the holidays. Well, yes and no. I scrolled 10 years ago on my dad's scroll saw, and I did a couple of projects, and I really liked it. But then I was too busy, and I didn't get into it. And I just got back into it this year. I bought a scroll saw at Christmas and been starting off. And I want to do the larger patterns now, like I'm doing right now. It's here, hang on, I'll show it to you.
You just
Brian, you're
subscribe to
actually
Charles
going to
Dairy.
throw them all off. Huh?
I'm doing
That's
this
a,
golden retriever
something-
that I started yesterday.
Yeah, let me put you. There we go. That's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
By God.
But it's not as detailed, but I'm going to the next level after this thing.
Well, believe it or not, the main reason I add detail is as far as scrolling a project, unless it's in order, I'm bored with lack of detail. I don't mean in other people. I mean for myself. Yeah. I like the challenge. I cuss at myself during it, and people are saying, "Are you able to see the chat?" By the way, because some people on certain devices can't see the chat inside StreamYard.
Off to the right side, you should see private chat and comments. You'll have to click over to comments. Yeah.
Okay, I see it there, but I see it like in a separate screen, it seems.
Okay.
You can't see it at the same time as you're watching.
Okay.
Seeing the viewers.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on.
I'm on StreamYard. I just went to the link on StreamYard.
Yeah, but I mean device. I don't know if you're on.
Oh, okay, it's on an iPad. I'm doing this on an iPad.
Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about the StreamYard.
Anybody with an iPad can let us know. Connie has joined us. Sorry to interrupt. Hello, Connie. And Jerry says, okay, here's a scrolling question. I want to make a foot-activated lift for my Excalibur. Anybody know of one I can eyeball or make myself? I don't personally know, but you should be able to adjust your Excalibur for the arm to stay up by itself. And if it's not doing so, or if you have trouble getting the arm to come back down, there's a little adjustment hooser deal. And I got a hooser, what should we call it on my channel, teaching you how to do that, sir.
Unless you're talking about the whole unit, then the easiest thing I've seen is a motorcycle lift.
Okay, I have to duck away for just a second. I got to run down to the mailbox. Some parts I've been waiting on are here. So I shall return.
Brian, your accent's going to throw everybody off because with you got that French Newfie accent going, eh?
I know. I got that French Acadian accent.
Oh, you are in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like down here in Texas.
Oh, he down there in
the West.
People think we talk like this over here, but I don't.
Depends on what time of the day. You don't know what accent Charles is going to use.
Yeah,
and it's funny here. You can drive 3 hours away to the Fault Wing, go more south or more north, and the accents change.
Yeah, I will say Brian does have the more, for lack of a better way of putting it, thicker Canadian accent than John does. He
because of where he is,
all
sound background too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in Moncton right now, aren't you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm in Moncton. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you go up north to Bathurst, the accents up there are just totally unrecognizable at all.
Yeah, that is just it. It's different. Yeah, because in Moncton, I'm not originally from Moncton. I'm from Grand Falls, which is just on the border of Quebec. You're about 45 minutes from the line in Quebec, but their accents there is different from the east coast of New Brunswick. Here, it's more of a mix, half in English and half French.
Yeah, John, do you remember Trevor Carter? He had kind of a thick Canadian accent.
Yeah, but we all still say poutine the same.
Yeah, it's still a poutine.
What?
Poutine or poutine.
A boot.
Okay.
Tabernacle.
Hello, Shay. Midnight Troll.
Hello,
Shay.
Shay. Midnight. Good to see you. Thank you, Herb.
Oh, I could probably see the chat off my phone.
If I ain't get paid, I quit.
It's not a requirement. It just keeps me from stopping as much. And I'm not ever actually mad when people aren't reading comments. I just give them hell when they're not.
I don't have to do it.
It keeps them from talking more when we say the comments. So.
Oh, Shay came in. Hi, Shay.
There you go. The newbie's taking her take over the show. By God.
But good, because I need to retire.
I guess I should ask Brian for when we're not live. Does cussing bother you?
No.
Cool. I got some words I can teach you. I'm just kidding. I'm
sure I know them all. I know them all.
I'm not near as prim and proper off the air. Lord.
You think we was laughing last night and during the show? Comes an after show.
If you want this to be a regular occurrence, let us know. There's a group I can add you to on Facebook. It's not a group, it's a group chat. But I don't even know if we're friends on Facebook, are we?
I think so. I sent you a request, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, then I would think I accepted it.
Yeah, let me check.
The only ones I don't accept are like supermodels because pretty girls don't like me. I'm just kidding. If there's any women listening. Well, Shay's pretty, and
yeah, we're friends on Facebook.
We are friends. Sweet.
Shay's only your friend through acquaintances, though.
She just tolerates.
She has publicly said she loves me. I have it on tape somewhere.
Shay is dyslexic. She just typed, "Hi Steve, hi Donnie, hi Jerry, hi John, hi Brain." Instead of Brian. Good one.
All right, now I'm going to depend on y'all for the comments, and I'm going to go full screen. So if anybody doesn't mind reading them as they come in, unless people are talking to each other, you don't necessarily have to read those.
No.
This is all we got left, folks. I got
no.
Herb, go to your room.
No, I'm in my room. I am permanently in my corner. That's the only space my wife hasn't cluttered up yet. And
are you scrolling right now? Yeah, Brian is scrolling right now. What saw do you have, Brian?
I just muted my mic there because I was scrolling. I'm using the DeWalt.
Yeah, it looks like one of the little black things.
I had
I
started off on my dad's Mastercraft 16-inch, but just using it, I knew exactly what I didn't want about in the scroll saw. So after that, I said, no, I'm getting a better saw. But I would have preferred a higher end saw, but for now, it's the next step.
Yeah, they're not cheap, and I got lucky getting one because there's no way in hell I could afford by myself.
Well,
Jay says, yes,
Brian,
I am dyslexic, but I was because I'm in the car.
Brian, since you're in Canada, go check out the new Excelsior line.
Okay, yeah.
Probably down there be Castle or I don't think Windsor Plywood's down there, but we should check Castle for the Excelsiors because they're based on the Excaliburs.
People don't realize how big Canada is. They think all the Canadians know each other. John was joking a while back. Yeah, they all wear T-shirts with their first initial on it. But yeah, Canada's freaking huge. It's bigger than the U.S., isn't it?
It's almost twice as big.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think isn't it the second after Russia or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
China.
It's pretty dang big.
Jerry says he's not addicted to Amazon, but he's been invited to local Amazon driver's wedding. Looking at electric and hydraulic actuators for the scroll saw arm lift.
That's way too technical for my brain. So if y'all look up Brian's name, go check out his channel. If you like what you see, by God, subscribe. Did I already ask what's on his channel?
Mostly, Charles, what's on my channel? I have drone videos and some Harley videos and so on, like bike runs and all that.
Nice. I'm a biker wannabe, but apparently people want money for Harleys.
Well, we'll know what the video Steve will be watching.
Yep. Welcome
Charlie
back,
wants
Mickey Mark.
Charlie wants to ride a bike, but he's stuck on the back.
Yeah. That's called
Yeah.
riding bitch. Sorry.
I'm just saying thank you for welcoming me back. And hello, Miss Shay.
Down there below you, Mark. I don't know if you were here when he came in. That's Brian Morin from the chat.
Yes, I was here.
Good day.
Good day. I got my drag chain for cable routing. Yeehaw.
Yay.
Woohoo. New toy to play with. Give a kid a toy, he'll play with it for hours. Yeah, that's me. All right.
Still at brag.
Mm-hmm. Then I get to go buy a new one.
Jerry says he's
I'm
sidetracked.
too. Sorry.
Go
John,
ahead.
go ahead.
It's your chat, your
No,
channel.
you do it. By God, earn that paycheck. Come on now.
I'm sidetracked. Too easy downloading 3D printer software and jumped and making an arm lift. That's full tilt
For the
there,
record,
Jerry.
Brian,
says
there
Donnie.
actually is no paycheck. There is no paycheck. We just want to sound official around here.
I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm just doing this because it passes the time. And if I make
Yeah.
it $2 to pay for my blades and my wood, that's all I care about.
Absolutely. Jerry says Charles wants a Harley, but his wallet said something in pink with training wheels and pedals. And don't forget the little tassels on the end of the handlebars. By God.
And the little clown horn.
Cards
Yeah,
in
and
the
I want
spokes.
flowers. I want flowers on the banana seat too, and a basket on the
No.
front.
And little fringes hanging off the handlebars.
Yeah, but
And
the
a
basket
chain,
has to
chain.
have Hello Kitty on it.
What?
Let me be in charge of my dreams, sir. Not yet,
Nope.
Jerry. I gotta find somebody.
No.
And y'all know me. If I had access to one, I'd have a picture of me on it. I've dyed my hair, my beard blue. I've worn a bra. I've done a cartwheel. I'm a little off, folks, but by God, I'm
Did
here
you
for
do
people
it?
for
Did you do it
entertainment.
red also?
Everybody needs a hobby.
Yeah, for Christmas, yeah. That was a lot harder to wash out. I thought I was stuck with a pink beard. That one scared me a little bit. Blue came off in one washing, but ooh, Lord. Dag blabbit.
Jerry says, you can afford tassels and a horn?
I am not a fan of this stupid camera crane. Is that picture all crappy looking?
That's what it looks
Yeah, it's
like.
all blurred out.
Well, it's
Hell.
blurry, but again, I think it's internet connection. I don't think it's focus.
Yeah, but I'm so close to done. Maybe I'm too close with the camera.
That might be.
Dag blabbit. That's my gutter mouth. But every time I move it, it ripples.
It's a
Beep,
steady
beep, the camera
idiots,
picture.
me and John, that's sucking all your bandwidth.
Yeah.
Stealing all my internet, eh?
See, Jerry says we won't bring up kissing Voldemort when you guys were friends.
Voldemort would be Russ Clarity. And he kissed me. I didn't kiss him. Don't take that wrong, Brian.
What?
I was the
The name
victim,
that
and it
shall
was
be
on
not
my cheek.
mentioned.
It was on my cheek.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say I didn't get a kiss. All I got was a handshake.
I didn't want to have. Never mind. I thought better of it. I hope that picture improves. This is pissing me off. By God. Let me turn
Yeah,
my
I don't
camera
think
off
it
and
has
back on.
anything to do with your focus.
Yeah, but every now and then, if I turn it off and back on, for some reason, it'll work. And I don't remember how to turn off my camera. Yeah, I did. What's up, Cam? Don't worry, folks. Technical difficulties. I'll start my cam, and hopefully the picture that ain't any better. The hell! Well, I really hope that clears up because we're so close to done. I don't know what it is, Jerry, but we have crappy internet speeds in this area.
It's
Me
most
try wiping
likely
it off.
going out 720p, Jerry. And I think that's just the StreamYard.
There it goes. There it goes.
Hey, yeah,
That's
the
good.
broadcast is going out 720p.
I have the C925E or something like that. Logitech.
Yeah.
But I think it cleared up. It cleared up on my end. Hello, Tom Tango Parker. Good to see you, sir.
GTP. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Tom.
I think I'll do a servo and build a pie control with hand and foot control for the arm lift, says Jerry Brown. Well, sure, if you want to do it that way.
I'll pretend I know what the hell that means.
Sure, Jerry. Take the easy way out.
Yeah.
Charles, what's your brother's name again? That he was
Cliff.
on last night. Cliff? Okay.
His name is Cliff. Yeah.
Cliff.
I swear, I swear, I swear. I knew of a insurance agent up in Portland, Oregon. This has been about 30 years back now. But his name was Cliff Leaper.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Cliff
Nice.
Leaper. I had to stop
Cliff
thinking about
Leaper,
that.
yes. Thanks,
I,
Dad.
I totally forgot what the hell I was going to say. But we do have 11 people watching. Y'all don't be shy. If you got any questions, chunk them on out there. Go ahead, Mark, or whoever.
Any
talking.
questions? Any answers?
I literally knew a girl whose boyfriend, his name was Cliff, and they named her son Pebble.
Jesus.
And his dad's name, their dad's name was Rocky. Like,
Oh, jeez.
I knew a hippie girl named Tree. That one was a little weird.
Yeah. I knew a girl in high
Just
school.
call me dishwasher. I don't care.
Yeah. I knew a girl in high school who named her son Freedom Blue.
All
I
right.
don't know why.
People are just weird. If anybody out there is named Tree, don't take it personally. I just think you got a weird name, is all.
or honeysuckle.
Or X12.
Let's see if you're guy X12. Welcome back, Doug. Yeah.
Welcome back, Doug.
Welcome back.
Dougie.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
And Donnie King says, well, it's better than Dweezil Zappa. Yeah, we won't even get into his sister
Unit?
Moon Unit.
I thought that was his daughter.
Yeah, it's Dweezil's sister. See, Mike says I salvaged the servo from a recliner with that kind of thing in mind, Jerry, but we'll probably never get around to it. Yeah.
Don't tell him I said anything, but I hope Brian's single because he's kind of cute. That was a
What?
joke, Brian. Just keep you on your toes.
Didn't know
Trust
what you
me,
was getting into, did you?
I'm not a homosexual. Don't you worry, by God.
Just on Wednesdays.
Keep telling yourself that.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I gotta say,
Thank
you won't get an
Yeah.
award, but you're still funny.
Oh, I
They'll
won
treat-
an award, man.
They'll treat you so many ways, you gotta like one of them, Brian.
Charles likes to go out tiptoeing through the tulips.
Mhm. Don't know does anybody nowadays even know who Tiny Tim was.
He was uglier than all hell, I'll tell you that.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, he's dead now, so he's probably a little uglier.
Hey, y'all don't be talking about my brother.
All
We
right,
can't
sorry
help
about that.
He had a nose that made Geddy Lee look like Cameron Diaz. In fact, that's kind of who that they could have been brothers. They kind of look a lot alike, Tiny Tim and Geddy Lee.
I have no idea who Geddy Lee is.
Lead singer, bassist, and keyboard player for Rush,
Oh,
What?
did not know that.
and just an all-around good guy.
It's not 80s country. Charles wouldn't have figured that one out, though.
You ain't wrong, baby. I like Metallica and a whole bunch of hair bands and Motown and all kinds of stuff, but
Well,
my heart and soul country music.
start singing a Rush song then.
I don't know
Yep.
any.
I just gotta say that
What?
if you dive down the Rush rabbit hole, it is deep, it is wide, and it is impossible to climb out of.
Today's Tom Sawyer need drive.
We're talking about last night about the Home Depot plywood. Well, this is one here, and I just
Yeah.
found a Boyd in the corner.
Oh,
Yep.
My
great.
piece.
Don't
Isn't that
don't
fun?
trust that Home Depot plywood, man.
Yeah. Think outside the big box.
Yeah,
Does Canada have Home Depot?
yeah. They
Yeah.
have one in Moncton.
We got Lowe's too.
I ain't know that.
We used to have Aiken's Head here. Aiken's Head was a good store.
You guys have Lowe's in Alberta?
Well, in
Okay.
Edmonton. Edmonton and Calgary have them.
Yeah.
Ace
I used to
Hardware.
live a few blocks from the West Edmonton Mall.
Well, that narrows it down.
Jerry says, I have just okay.
Redesigned
somebody
it
that can
completely.
read.
Jury says I have just redesigned it completely mechanical, thinking cable lift based on a drum pedal.
Or you could
All
just
right, then.
reach over and pick it up yourself. But what fun would that be?
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work when, it's designed to go up and lock in place. But I do have a video on my channel if you need to adjust it. Just saying.
Yep. We are just talking about lifting that top arm, right?
Yeah.
You said an adjustment.
I am designing it for one-handed scrollers. Okay. Okay, that's
Cool.
legit. I'm all about accessibility. Something you might look into then, Jerry, if that's your goal, is like on industrial sewing machines, they have a knee lift. And they do sell them separately. You don't have to have the machine, but you actually put your knee up against, it's like a curved pad that sits under the table, and you just move your knee to the side and it lifts up the presser foot so that you can move and adjust the fabric. And then you release that and it brings that presser foot down. It's just a very simple lever and bell crank assembly that, uses no wiring or anything like that, I think would do very well for that job. I mean, one or two pieces may need to be modified just for length, because the arm that you're talking about on a scroll saw sits a little bit higher up than the presser foot of a sewing machine, but it's basically the same function, and it's just called a knee lift.
Appreciate the 15 people watching. By golly.
Don't forget to put a thumbs up down there right next to that red subscribe button. If that subscribe button is red, you need to click that sucker, turn it gray.
And if you have any comments, questions, or inquiries, please leave them in the chat, and we'll try to answer them to the best of our abilities.
Yep.
If not, Charles will make something up, and he appreciates you.
Thank you.
Hey, I made a half a cent today.
Yeah, just looking here on a real simple search, Jerry, I have found you can get a complete knee lift for $20. So they're not expensive, and possibly modify it.
I think Jerry also likes to build stuff, so.
True, but I mean, if it's something that could be easily adapted for the price, I mean, $20 is hard to beat.
Yeah.
The technology is already there.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
Yep. I was about to go there too, but I didn't. All right, gonna stretch my back a little bit. That's all we got left, except for 2 bread nail cuts. Just saying.
Yep. Uh-oh. Mervin has a question.
Yeah.
What did the snow say to the limb? Uh-oh. Get ready for it.
I don't know.
Prepare the rim shot sound effects.
Ba-dum shit. Okay, that's my impression.
Wouldn't it be rotten if Mervin's internet connection went out before he typed in the answer?
You'll be leaping soon? That was a groaner. Sorry, Marv, but good Lord on the stick. We expected better than that.
Wah, wah, wah.
How do you sell a chicken to a deaf person? Come on now. What am I, chicken? Come on now, that's funny.
Hardy, har.
Well, I that was kind of a groaner to me too, but the more I think about it, it's kind of funny.
I ain't kidding you. My wife come up out of her chair about 4.5 foot, and I thought she was gonna do a ninja action on me.
Well, it's like so did Carrie. She's like, "Why'd you yell at me?" I said, "Because you're tough."
It's the joke, remember?
Hello, Jason Rishiloff.
Mr. Jason. See, there's another Kanakistan from Calgary.
Yeah, and he'll, by God, let you know the weather.
Kanakastanis all over the place. That's okay. That's okay.
Usually us Texans are filled in the panel, but the Canadians are taking over. What the hell? Jerry says, I heard a good one on a movie the other day. What does the cigarette and the hamster have in common? Probably they both are completely harmless till you put them in your mouth and on fire.
Just remember, family friendly.
That was
where a
it.
hamster goes.
I
Or
always
is it-
said it was cigarette and squirrel, so that's why I'm
Is it-
guessing that that's what the. I didn't know that was from a movie though.
Unless it's too late to worry about family friendly, that is.
Well, yeah. Sorry about Jerry. I just yeah. I want people to think I'm funny.
What was the answer? I didn't hear it.
They're
What was
both
the question?
completely harmless till you put them in your mouth and set them on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, Jerry.
I need some more coffee.
Do what?
So I need some more coffee.
Oh, okay. Kind of hesitated in the middle there, and I was like, what?
See, it's early enough in the day. I might even do a live stream later working on that pheasant because I ain't done with it yet. Just saying, you're welcome. Just saying.
Okay, they used that joke in the Ghostbuster revamp. Okay.
Oh, well, I didn't watch the revamp, so they stole the joke from me. Dag nabbit. Lawsuit.
Well,
Good
you
luck.
never know where your jokes are going to go.
I made up the term poopery a long time ago, and now they got a dang product called that.
Yeah. That's why I keep saying a lot of this stuff, you need to brand it now.
Yeah, especially your cooter candle.
Make them pay for it.
Cooter candle. Yep, I can't go into detail because I've matured since then.
Prove it.
I will not.
No, prove that you've matured since then.
7 years ago. I don't know how the hell to prove it.
Sorry, Charles. Some of us just ain't buying what you're selling right now.
Well, I know how that feels. Trust me on this. But I did find a feller I snookered into buying a 8x10. Well, probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Well,
was a
like I
joke.
say, you put that stuff up on your website, and if you're the only one that knows you got it, it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of good.
Well,
That's right.
honestly, I didn't think anybody would want that crap, so that's why it's been sitting in a box.
You
But
never
I do
know
have
till you
finished
put it
pieces
up
on my
there.
website. Well, yeah.
See, I get a commission.
Boom.
Thanks for letting me know.
All right, now I am on your site. Okay, finished pieces. You do have
Yeah,
a category.
The
of
prices
finished
are
Okay.
negotiable because they're a little
Okay.
high because dagnabbit, that stuff takes forever to do.
Yeah,
Just
I get it.
So, Mark, do you do just mostly CNC work?
Well, CNC and general woodworking, but here lately I have been more or less, I'd say for the last 5-6 years, I've been more or less focusing on the software for the CNC router, as well as doing tutorials on the actual process out on the machine. The last year and about a half now, I've been also focusing on building a new shop, which I now have almost done 100%, and I'm moving into
he
it.
has too much money.
So, no, I just have a lot of absolutely fantastic subscribers and
True.
that have made this all possible. I mean, the shed, I was going to go with a nationwide builder called Tough Shed down here. And the shed would have been, for the 12x16, it would have been right around $7,000. A shed builder up in Tacoma, Washington, about 8 hours to the north of me, got a hold of me and made me a deal I couldn't refuse. And he came down, built the floor before Christmas, went back up, and the week after Christmas, his crew came down and they finished the shed in one day, and then drove back up to Washington. And
my shop's one of those rent-to-own buildings. It's cost me eight something grand. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Back to you, sir.
he has since gone out of the shed building business. He's old. He's a little bit older than me, and he's wanting to retire. So I don't mind saying it now. But he did that entire shed build for $2,000, which was basically the cost of his materials.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's about the size of my shed. It's 12 by 14. And it's not big enough. It's never big enough. You can never have a big enough garage.
Exactly. You
and
know,
that cost me about, I think, $8,000 Canadian. So what's that? 15,000 US?
well, not quite.
exchange.
Probably 10. But it's a huge thing. And I got to tell you, I just have the greatest subscribers. I mean, I got people sending me stuff, donating, hitting the donate links and what have you, and super chats, and it's blown me away.
Yeah.
So
Get them over here, Dag Blabbit. I mean,
dude, I try.
You know I'm kidding, by golly.
I pimp
All
you
right,
out almost
Brian's
as much
give
as
me one of them Harleys.
I pimp you out almost as much as I pimp out Steve over there at Harneo Media, your one-stop website
By
shop.
God.
My Harley gets more attention than my wife.
Well, I don't know you well enough to joke about the wife, so I'll stick with the Harley. Some people are sensitive about certain topics.
After we're done live here, I have a related joke for you, Brian.
Harnell Media, Steve Neal, and Harnell Media does our website. So if you ever need a website, Brian, by God, go to him. Tell him Charlie sent you. He'll probably charge you more. I'm kidding. It was a joke. He says Nancy is set to go live. Doug says they're all live on top of each other by the looks of it. What?
TWSS. The thing about Steve is he does as much or as little as you want. He does web hosting as well as design. So if you just want hosting, boom.
Yeah. No, I'm all good for that because I used to do that before. It was I had a company before, Simply.
You told us that, didn't you?
Yeah, I still have a card here, I think, somewhere, but I can't get it off the wall. It's pegged to the wall, but whatever. Yeah.
Shaylee
did
says,
real estate
Brian, I'm married
sites
to a Brian. Trouble.
Uh-oh.
Two Brians.
Donnie says, if you want to learn CNC, you can't find better than Mark. Thank you, sir. Helped me immensely when I started and still does. Thank you again. I do appreciate that sincerely.
How much did you pay him? I'm just kidding, Dag Blabbit.
Sponsored by Harnell Media.
Well, I bet she don't call her husband Brain. Sorry.
No, because it's got a Y in it.
I know. I was trying to be funny. Trying to be.
That's an American. It's an American spelling, Brian.
Shaylee says, yeah, but the cool ones go live on Saturday nights. Whoa.
Everything's all right.
I've been known to do it, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to get in the way of your. I don't want to step on other people's live stream. Jerry says, I've been doing web design for like 15 years, but I'm too busy. It reminds me my site is getting shut down soon. Why for? You ain't paying for it?
So Charles, what you're saying is you don't want to step on Shay's nightly Saturday show, but you'll go on John's Saturday daytime show. Okay.
I didn't know John had a consistent Saturday daytime show.
Like Charles
neither did John.
Consistent show. Yeah, neither did John.
No, but and he's joking because he knows that if I knew he's going live, I wouldn't go live. Not at the same time anyway.
Well, see, that's why I chose noon my time on Sunday, because everybody wants to go Saturday. Yeah.
I only chose today because yesterday I said I'd start doing daily live streams. It happened to be the next day. There you go. I didn't want to be called out for being a liar. I might even do a second live stream later tonight. Wait.
Overachiever.
Shaylee, Central Time. What time is your live? I don't want to step on it.
I believe it's 8 o'clock.
It's usually 9 o'clock our time, Charles.
Yeah.
Holy monkey poop. So I may have to do it before she does hers if I do a second one.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why, although we all do different things, we all support each other enough that, with a few exceptions, the audience tends to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Follow us.
In overlap. The same audience, for the most part, if I could talk, for the most part, the audiences go from show to show, so we don't like to step on each other. At least I don't. I can only speak for me. And Carl Martinez wants us to see a porn site if you're all are interested.
So let me get this right. So Charles is live right now. Stace Makes is live right now. Nancy is live right now. Billy is live right now.
I didn't know they were going live.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I run all of what?
What's Mark singing?
I was doing the Bow Chicka Wow Wow music in the background because Charles mentioned porn.
Brown chicken, brown cow?
I did? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I did.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
What do I run all of what? I didn't know I ran anything. I don't feel like I'm in charge of anything.
And
Charles in charge.
I ran so far away.
Brian, you don't have to answer this, but you don't look like a girly man to me. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm going to be 49 next week.
All right. I'm 51.
Oh, he's the youngest one
in
now.
dog
Right.
years. Herb's 51 in dog years.
No, Herb's not 51. I'm 39.
Again?
Right. Jack Benny can be 39 all them years. Why can't Herb Hooper?
So you're saying you're like Jack Benny?
That's right. I'm 39 and I'm holding it.
Oh, okay.
If anybody knows who
All
Jack Benny is, I don't know how old I is.
That's my point.
89.
Yeah,
That weren't a secret because I just told everybody.
she is going live in 5 hours.
The one that surprises me the most is Russ Meadows. He's like 64 or 5, and he don't look it or act it.
It looks like he's 70.
Isn't Mark's like 98 something?
Hey, you're 103 years old.
I'm 60. I'll be 61 next month.
What?
What I
Holy
said.
moly.
50. 50 next month.
I'm 51. My birthday's June 12th, 1970. I am a Gemini, and I'm a twin. How cool is that?
Do you like
Herb,
pina coladas and getting caught in the rain?
No.
Okay,
Rain
good.
maybe, but I don't drink. Merv says he's 70. Jerry says he's 49 in 4 months. Getting old sucks. Yes, sir, it does.
And it doesn't get any better, Jerry.
Does not.
Enjoy your youth now.
That's right. You'll never get it back.
I remember when I was 49. No, I don't.
God, I
Actually,
got clothes that are 49.
yeah.
When I was 49, I could walk a straight line. Now I just turn circles.
Mm-hmm.
You turn me
That's funny,
right
I'll
round,
get at
baby, right round.
I think
believe
Indy
you.
Mike is the oldest one.
Is he like 74?
He's 72, yeah.
Sorry,
Really?
Mike.
Yeah.
Donnie says 67, but don't act it. I definitely don't act my age. I say that, but I prefer it as a sense of humor because I am intelligent and mature when I need to be. I don't crack jokes at funerals and crap.
That's right. The minute you start acting your age, Donnie, is the minute you start getting old.
And I don't care how old I get, I will always think parts are funny. Just saying. That's just me.
Well,
You have to because it's like a trumpet sound coming out of your hind parts. That's just funny. I'm sorry. Well, a trumpet if you're lucky.
I am so not going there.
And for one of us to say I'm not going there is saying something.
Yeah,
Because we try to keep the show pretty much family friendly. But go ahead, Mark.
There are certain the standards may be low, but they're there, and I think they should count. Jerry Brown says 48 and wearing a "You're Killing Me Smalls" t-shirt. I don't act my age. That's right. It's the way to be.
Well, anybody that doesn't like it is a pee-pee face. Just saying. That was a little joke there, because they can't all be winners.
Very little. See, I never think to I'm kind of like you, Charles. I don't think to myself, is who's going to get this joke? I figured the right people will get it, then I move on.
Yeah, that's the safest way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Donnie King says, always thought so myself. If it ain't fun, don't do it. Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. Sometimes you have to do things that ain't fun.
If I could
but
just
you
get
know,
my wife to play along and think it's
Well,
fun too.
you know,
I'll be right back.
We're talking about lives. Rebecca DeGroot's live now too.
I am the Groot.
Well, for that many people being live and me still having 10 viewers, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Of course, some people just probably park here and they know how to work on 7 devices. I do not. I can't even be in a hangout and watch it live because I can't concentrate on 2 conversations.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I need to focus on one thing or the other.
Yeah, I try to join a live stream long enough for them to get the view, but I usually cannot keep my brain working on both.
Yeah.
There's been times John has been live and jumped on my panel while he was live.
Yeah.
Did you do that a couple times, John? Or are you even
Yeah,
there?
it's because I'm a great supporter of Charles.
I'm a supporter of John. I my brain don't hush. Jerry says I got 5 screens open to jump from one to another. Steve Nealon's pretty dang similar, if not exactly the same way.
Oh, if Steve doesn't have 3 monitors going at the same time, he's taking a nap. So
I don't know if he does nap, but if we're being honest here.
Personally, I think he's permanently attached to his chair. I don't know that he ever gets out of it.
He's a
Like
vampire.
I know there's been times that I've been on my live and I would jump on your show in the panel even or do screenshots and share your links, and then same with Stace and Nick and everybody. Just support everybody in the groups that they're doing stuff. Whether you be a woodworker, scroller, crafter, turner, even the CNC guys.
We all give each other hell, but we got to support each other, by God. That's how channels grow.
Yeah, true.
Steve says he died 2 years ago, so he doesn't sleep anymore.
I got to
John,
say,
what are you making?
Nothing. I'm just sitting on my ass right now. I get sidetracked too often.
But is it what signs for the laundry room and all that?
Yeah, it's a laundry room sign that somebody wants me to make for them.
Okay, cool.
Looking at your site here, Charles, at your finished projects, I think you're right there. I think you're right there, man. I know you say prices are negotiable, and that's cool. I think you're right there.
Well, I say negotiable because I didn't want anybody to scream on a live stream saying, "My God, are you out of your damn mind?" And so
no, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh,
that ain't gonna happen.
Did
but
the graphics for that, by the way.
You might want to put that where it says all finished pieces will be free within the U.S. You might want to put a little thing about negotiable. If you intend to make that a policy, or if you or forget about it if that's just an offer for your subscribers or frequent viewers or whatever.
Actually, I have more than what's shown, but it's a lengthy process to get them on there, and I don't have the smarts to do it. And Steve Nealon has 30,203 websites to work on, so I don't push it.
Would you say shipping is free in the U.S.?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it says all finished pieces will be shipped free within the U.S.
Yeah, because I just take the shipping out of the profit, so to speak. So, and I might could do it for Canadians if any Canadians want to buy my stuff. Y'all know any?
I don't
And we got
know.
silent.
I don't know what shipping to Canada costs, and is there a cost to the buyer? I don't know how your customs and importing
It would
system
have to
works.
it would have to depend on how it's listed as a shipment, whether it's gift or
Mhm.
commercial product, right? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
'Cause then you got. I'm pretty sure if the still gets stopped at customs, and you have to pay a stupid tariff or some stupid fees on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Brown saying do not ship to Canada. Jerry, would you like to elaborate on that? I shipped a 1 foot tall cross to Australia and it cost me $40. That was way back then.
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, basically, even ordering stuff online from the States, it costs me twice. It costs twice as much in shipping than it does for the product itself. It's not even worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody from Zimbabwe wants one of my pieces, I need the money. I'll send it to them.
There's a CNCer by the name of Peter Pasuelo. He's down in New Zealand. And New Zealand Post, their mail service, has a system where they have an address in the US. And so, because it's hard to get people to ship stuff to New Zealand. So their postal service set up a US shipping address. And so you can go on Amazon.com and order something and it's sent to that US shipping address. Then New Zealand Post takes it from there and imports it into New Zealand.
That's a good idea. Jerry,
And
can you read Jerry's comment so I don't mess up my cut? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. Jerry Brown says, I sent some Gatton 3D printed parts and it got stopped at customs as a gift and cost $30 to ship it. Yeah, shipping is expensive no matter where you're shipping to. I'm just more concerned about after we pay all that and I send it to Canada, is the guy on the other end, the recipient, going to have to pay an extra fee to get it? And
I'm just being shocked that I got a sale, so I'm prepared to deal with it.
And I know it's the UK, but as an example, Jamie Page won a free T-shirt, but had to pay like $40 US to import it into the UK once it got there.
That's ridiculous. They need to work on that system.
He won the T-shirt. They shipped it to him, but when it got to customs, he had to pay $40 to get it out of the customs office.
John, didn't you have to deal with that with scroll saw blades of some kind?
Yeah, when it after the 6 weeks it took for them to get delivered here because they got stopped at New York Customs, then over in Toronto at the Toronto Customs in Canada, and then got shipped from there to Edmonton to here, and then I still had to pay an extra $15 to get it released to me.
Yeah, see, that's craziness.
Hi, Steve Com.
Whereas,
Steve, you have a link in your email if you're so inclined, sir.
Whereas I'm pretty sure that if I just had to ship to somebody down there in the States, they could have just stuck it in an envelope and sent it regular mail to me.
Yeah.
And I would have had it within a week and it would have been free and clear. Nothing.
Yep.
What blades do you use, John?
Penguin Gold 01 Spiral.
Penguin? Oh, yeah, I never heard of those.
Penguin.
All right.
Where's my package at?
Jerry says, as a gift, should not get a duty tax. And yes, he said duty. Jerry said, I had a guy win a drill set in Ireland. He got a gift card of his choice for the cost.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people end up doing if they have international contests or what have you. It's just as easy to set up a online Visa card, and that's what those people get, you know. Because let's say somebody in Australia wins, you can set up an Australian electronic Visa card. But for physical items, shipping is a pain. In fact, the print on demand service that I use for my merch, t-shirts, coffee cups, what have you, they have printing facilities all over the world. They have one in Australia. They have a couple in Europe. And so if somebody, and they have one in Canada, so if somebody in Canada orders a t-shirt, that order is sent to the Canadian facility, they print there and ship within country. So they
Oh.
avoid all of that import and export stuff.
I noticed the other day there's a new spring tea shop, an actual spring tea shop that opened up in one of the skateboard places over here. So that you could,
Teespring?
yeah, Teespring. So,
Mhm.
so that you can go online or wherever and order it and just pick it up down here now. Instead of having to order from the States and have it shipped up, you just go down here and they'll make them right here for you.
Yep. Okay, that's very cool. And I'm glad these companies are starting to figure this out, because international shipping is a pain. And believe
And
me,
ridiculous.
believe me, people appreciate that, and the companies make a heck of a lot more money by expanding their markets that way, just for the simple fact of shipping alone. You know,
Doug, it's not Stevie Boo, it's Steve Malicious, dagnabbit.
yeah.
See, Brian, you're
But
not
that's
the one
what's
I
nice. That's what's nice, Charles, about you selling patterns is it's all digital download. You don't have to deal with the shipping.
Absolute, miss.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Well, see, that's another thing too, because I know when I first started ordering patterns from Sheila Landry, that because it was through her website, you had the option of PDF or paper, and that she actually charged shipping on the PDFs. And I phoned her up and said, Sheila, there's a problem with your online stuff because you're charging me shipping for a PDF file. She goes, oh, let me go fix that right now. So she fixed it, reimbursed me for the shipping on it. And it's funny because she's in Windsor, Nova Scotia, that technically would have been like, free shipping anyway through Canada. But yet she's got, because her website is based with an American address,
Mhm.
that even though I know she's in Canada, it was totally weird.
I know through my online store plugin, I just indicate that it's a digital download and it doesn't calculate shipping into anything. So I don't ship physical products anyway, other than my merch, t-shirts, coffee cups, that kind of thing. And that's all calculated within the software, and it's automatic. I don't have to touch it. But yeah, if it's an order in the UK or something like that, and I've had a few orders from the UK and Canada. They have a print facility with right there close by, that it's not international shipping. Now, with Brexit and the UK leaving the EU, I don't know what that's going to do. I don't know if that's going to change UK shipping or not.
Cue awkward silence.
Yeah, well, I'm going back up to look to see what comments I missed. Oh, yeah, Steve addressed that. I said something about him. I don't think he ever leaves his chair. Steve said, I died 2 years ago, so I don't sleep anymore. Okay. Yeah.
Somebody already read that one, but thank you for playing.
That explains. Jerry Brown says, I tried it for a while and sent a sign that cost more in shipping than the thing was worth. Hard to charge 2 times what someone else can charge for the same thing. Yeah. Well, that's why most of my stuff is
Jerry
digital
goes to a lot
download as
of.
well.
Jerry and his uncle go to a lot of places to sell stuff in person. I'm not able to do that.
Yeah, that's a good option. Another is to find a retail outlet, a gallery or something like that. For instance, I have a local guitar shop here that I got in real good with the owner, and I can make, 5 or 6 guitar stands, take them down, and he will buy them from me, and then sell them with his markup. But there's no schedule. There's no he'll let me know, hey, I could use a couple more guitar stands, and okay, I'll put it on the list. I haven't delivered any to him in a few years, but I just been too busy. But I know I can make 5 or 6 of them, take them down, and he'll buy them from me immediately.
Jerry says I only do shows now.
Mhm.
I wish I had a damn manager that could sell for me and I just make it and ship it. Dag blab it.
You got to get in good with the people that run the business. I was in real estate, and I'm a gregarious guy. I will talk to anybody about anything. I don't care. So I went into this guitar shop to look for an effects pedal for my grandson. And I just started talking to the people. And, in various visits going back and forth, they asked me what I did. I told them I was into real estate and this, that, and the other. They let me put my business card up there on their little rack that had all business cards in there. And I ended up selling a house to the owner. He became a client. And after that, we just kind of got friendly with one another. I made him a little sign for his business that he put up on the counter. And he's like, "You can do that?" "Yeah." "Can you make a guitar stand?" "Sure. What are you looking for?" So we sat down and kind of worked it out. And he sells the little cheap imported $9.99 guitar stands, but he wanted something a little bit higher end for his customers that have a nice guitar. So, all right, fine. I'll make a couple up and take them down and sell. He buys them from me. I told him this is what I need for him. And he buys them straight out, adds his markup, and sells them.
Well, the anxiety, my panic disorder is the main reason I don't sell outside the house. That's why I want a manager, somebody that has it in them. And I think you'll know what I mean when I say some people are good at selling, some people are not. I am not. I have tried.
I am not good at selling. I can't take a product and convince you to buy it, but I can talk to you to find out what you need, and we can work out a deal.
Yeah.
I'm all done my pattern.
Good deal, yo. That's a pretty doggy, sir. Who designed that, by the way?
This one's H. Botas. I found that online.
Botas Helder. Yeah, or Helder Botas. I'm not sure. Which, he's a popular.
I got a question for you, Charles.
Yeah.
I'm using Pegasus blades. I still got a lot of fuzzies. So do you get about as much on the fuzzies like that on the Flying Dutchman? Not sure if you see.
I don't know that there's a whole lot of Let me make you big screen first. Yeah, that's about how much I get. What I do, especially with that many large openings, I use a palm sander or random orbital sander and needle files. Or if you're quick enough with a torch, if there's anything left over. If you go too slow, it'll burn the front. But palm sander. And on more intricate crap, not crap. I don't know why I use that word, because when I can't think of a word, I'll use the word crap. Anyway, there's a video on my channel showing how to sand delicate pieces, if you're so inclined. I don't consider that one delicate, except maybe the eyes, but yeah.
If you don't have needle files, use your wife's emery board.
I don't have needle files. What I did is I took popsicle sticks and stuck glued paper on it, sanding paper on it.
There you go, by God.
That works. That's a viable option. I used
and then I did these little dowels there from dollar store, and I taped in the circle like this.
Yep, it works.
See, folks, y'all learn something here, by God. So do I, Shaylee.
Brian, if you go to the dollar store, just pick up these. Charles, put me on for a second.
Oh, sorry.
Nail files there?
Yeah,
I was reading comments.
No, we don't want to see you, John.
These nail files.
But wouldn't they be? Okay, so they're not thicker than a popsicle stick then.
No, they're thinner than a popsicle stick. And the thing is, the advantage of these ones is if you just take an X-Acto knife, cut down it, you can actually stick it in your scroll saw.
Oh, okay. I did. I've actually taped a small piece of and I put a washer in between to squeeze the paper, and I put it on both ends. I did that, and I had the paper, so the paper was still. I didn't put it too tight, just so I could still get my piece beveled. But But yeah,
That's what I would have to
But
do
I'm-
on a Hegner because the clamps are so narrow that you couldn't get an emery board in there.
But you
Jerry
should take
Brown
my-
says you can try some brass brushes. Sorry, thank you, Joe.
I usually take my pieces, put them on the that no stick,
yeah.
the no stick stuff from the dollar store there. Put it down on there and use my random orbital sander on the backside.
Okay.
It just cleans it right up nice and nice.
What grit
Yeah.
paper are you using on your sander?
I use a 180 or 220.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. I got I think it's 220. Because I got this one.
But I also sand all my wood before I put my patterns on too.
Yeah, he uses press and seal. He's talked about it on his channel if you want to check that out, anybody.
Okay, I use
And
the contact paper there. Adhesive shelf liner.
That works too.
Yeah, it's a very
Donnie,
common method.
Johnny King says a Dremel with a small sanding wheel works also. Amazon
Yep.
has the wheels.
Or you get a flap wheel for your drill press or your drill, cordless drill.
Flap wheels is what he meant. Yes. Donnie King says he.
Now I purposely left some space at the bottom so someone who wants to purchase it and put their dog's name, and I left space for it.
Sweet.
Good thinking.
Sweet.
If anybody out there is even remotely interested in being my manager, I do offer 20% commission.
Didn't you offer that to Shay one time?
I've offered it to pretty much everybody I know.
Yeah, I just don't have the time, Charles. I wish I did.
I hear you. You don't want to put your life on hold for me. I get it. I see how good you are.
It's not that. It's just, wives get a little jealous when you start dedicating all your time to somebody outside the household.
I'm not that cute, damn it.
Well, that doesn't matter.
That ain't no understatement.
They don't want to hear that.
I like your joke where you said on one of your videos, Charles, is about someone asked you, does your wife get upset that you're always in the shed or something like that? And you just replied, at the beginning she would say something, but now it's like, don't you have something else to do?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Jared
it's funny.
says, the shows I do prefer the artist there, and yeah, that's ideal. But yeah, sadly, I'm in a unique situation. But go ahead, whoever's talking, Mark.
I was going to say, my wife and I were just having that conversation yesterday. I spend so much time back here working on videos or podcast editing or doing whatever. I said, I feel real guilty about taking time away from us. And she said, well, to be honest with you, I like it that you go back there and do your thing because I can be out here and do my thing. She can work on weaving patterns and everything, and you're not all up in my face talking about something that I'm just not interested in right now because I got things I got to do. Damn it, don't you have something to do? Leave me alone, And I'm like, okay, well, I don't feel guilty anymore. Well, we're both retired, so it's not like either one of us have a job to go to, so we're away from each other all day long. We're both here.
My wife's passion is gaming, so she doesn't have to be working. And I'm either making patterns or lollygagging or scrolling.
Yeah, same here.
Lollygagging.
Hey, I was so glad my wife found her part-time job.
See, I always
out of here.
thought lollygagging meant tripping while you had a Tootsie Roll pop in your mouth.
I thought it was a girl named. No, never mind.
God almighty. I shouldn't have laughed at that. It'll encourage him.
Dang, I didn't know she made it up to Canada, John.
And I could see the appeal of having the artist at a show. Like, And also, if you have the means for electricity or generator or whatever, but have working on your scroll saw as you're at a booth, so people can see, wow, that's how it's done. Blah blah blah. Blah. It's weird because I'm a people person, but the anxiety won't let me do it.
Just my opinion, and this may be a regional thing, but every show I go to out here, from about Portland, Oregon down to Sacramento, there are a lot of scroll saw artists at these shows. So it's very, very competitive.
I've
really?
never met another
Yes.
scroller at any show. I've never met another. I
There-
might be the
there
only
are
one
a
in Texas.
lot here.
Just kidding.
Now, some of these guys travel from show to show,
Mhm.
and generally speaking, they're retired. A lot of them have toy haulers with a small shop set up in the back of it, like either an RV or a fifth wheel or something like that. So they're doing their work. What the show closes down, they move on to the next one. They get there and they do their work right there. They have their studio with them at all times.
Well, if y'all want to
And
do
they-
a GoFundMe and get me an RV, I will do my darndest to travel to show.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
What, you're going to start one for me?
No,
Oh,
I
sweet.
I don't know him personally, but I know of a guy who has a toy hauler RV. And he drink. Yep, there you go. Busted a blade.
Oh, drink.
Right.
And he set up a small CNC shop back in the toy hauler part. And they travel around going from RV park to RV park. He talks with the ownership when they park, and he sells stuff out of the back of his RV. RVers love signs. He sets up a little display right there and just works in that RV park for a couple of days, then they move on.
Well, something not for those that don't know about panic disorder. A lot of the reason I don't get out much is if I have a panic attack while I'm driving, I can't, because I try to get over it by sleeping, and I can't do that on the side of the road. But if I have an RV, I can. That sounds silly, but that's why. I'd be more willing to travel if I had an RV, because you can sleep in one.
True.
So if y'all want to start a GoFundMe, I'll start the first 35 cents. Do we have 50,000?
I'll tell you this when the price is right.
Do y'all come with it?
Nope.
Jerry Brown says, I know a scroller that does only crosses around here. Yeah, it's easy to specialize.
We won't be able to fund your RV there, Charles, but I might be able to get you a Dr. Pepper.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Jerry Brown says, I know Carl Jacobson does have the mobile turning hauler. Yes, he goes around to various locations. He has that. I know he has one lathe. I'm not sure. He might have two lathes in it now, permanently mounted in this big cargo trailer with fold-up sides.
Yeah.
He can just pull in, fold up the sides, and start turning right there.
I talk about an RV, but I'm not greedy. If y'all want to make it just a travel trailer that's like 100 feet long and eight slide out, whatever. I'm not picky.
Yeah.
I'll
dig around my storage unit. I may have a 2-man tent.
Pam bought, first from my wife bought another one because it didn't have enough storage space. Well, let me pay this one off. I'm gonna get one that's got a bigger desk in it, really chapper.
Mm-mm.
I don't have the means to pull a fifth wheel. I don't have that little hitch in the bed of my truck, so that would be a bumper pull unless I wanted to GoFundMe for the hitch in the bed. But yeah,
you've got me beat. I don't even have a truck.
My truck can
You're
pull it. I have a Dodge Ram, 3/4 ton Dodge Ram 2500. It's dirtier than hell. Got a lot of miles on it, but it's still holding up.
Oh, you can pull this 40-footer with it.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to get a pickup, but I got to get my wife a new car first.
You can't be in Texas without a pickup. Just kidding. Jerry drives not his work truck, but he drives this little bitty disposable yellow car. Sorry, Jerry. It's a yeah. I don't know what kind it is, but he finds a way to stuff stuff in there. By God.
DWSS. Yeah, I've got a 97 Saturn. That's my vehicle. And she has a 2004 Jeep. It just turned over 235,000 miles. So it's time to be getting her a new vehicle.
Hey, Charles, aren't you close from SpaceX, you?
Yeah, it's in McGregor, and that's about 30 minutes from me.
So do you hear the rockets when they launch?
More so hear an occasional explosion. not a bad explosion. It's probably them testing rocket boosters and all that, or whatever the stuff that makes a loud noise. I don't hear a whole lot.
Could be the sonic boom.
Well, I hear Fort Hood more than anything. You know, cannons and small arms fire and stuff. But a lot of Apaches and Chinooks fly over. Jerry says, I got a Chevy 3500 work truck and a Toyota Matrix. It's yellow in 2004. That bad boy barely gets used. Yep. He said we hear the ordnance from Waco. Colleen? Yep.
Yep.
Trying to figure out which cut I was working on when it broke. There we are.
Donnie said flap wheels, Dremel with sanding wheels were also. I guess he's talking about the sanding.
Mm-hmm.
Within there, fuzzies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to find a truck that I can haul a sheet of plywood in, and I'm a happy guy.
I have a long bed truck too. That's rare these days.
Well, the problem is everybody thinks that their pickup is the best thing in the world, and they want $11,000 for it. And I'm like, no, I don't need that. That, or they got some freeway four-wheeler jacked up a manly 8.5 feet off the ground, running tractor tires on it. And it's like, dude, takes a gallon of gas to open the door in that thing. I don't want it.
My truck's a 2012, but it's very good condition. And forgot what my point was. I bought it for $14,000 with payments, of course. Been pretty reliable thus far, knock on wood.
Yeah.
For God's sake, stay out of Cliff's neighborhood.
Yeah, really. I don't want to hit a deer every time you go to the mailbox.
Or have a deer hit you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've had deer. Never mind. Kind of a silly conversation. Jamie Page has joined us. How diddly do, Mr. Jamie Page?
Jamie Page.
That's
Who's that?
J.P. Woodward. Jamie
Who?
Page or J.P. Woodward. Hush. People want a truck that's jacked up on the Mountain Dew because America. I want a jacked up truck. Jackknife.
Yeah, but I don't want that to go pick up a couple of sheets of plywood or make a run to the dump, you know?
Yeah.
Sell your rolling midlife crisis to somebody else.
All right.
Great.
It's getting a little warm up off in here.
Yeah.
Man, gone are the days of the good old $100 pickup truck.
Yeah, those days are long gone, Mark.
I'm serious.
Yeah, you could sit in that engine compartment.
That's what I paid for my first car, was $100.
I paid $10 for my first car, and mowed the guy's lawn. Mowed the guy's lawn twice.
My first vehicle was a '68 Ford. It was like Uncle Jesse on Dukes of Hazzard, but it was blue, and it was a hand-me-down. But that one you could sit in the engine compartment to work on it.
I had a Cadillac that was that way. 66 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. We put 8 people in that sucker and feed them dinner.
Now, according to my truck, I only average 10 to 11 miles to the gallon, but that's because I don't get out much, and I'm in town driving, so I haven't gotten a chance to really get that miles per gallon up because it's, stop and go crap. But yeah,
I had an old.
it takes about 70 to fill it.
I had an old Ford F 250 camper special, and it had the old 360 FE engine in it. And that son of a gun, I don't care how you drove it, where you drove it, or why you drove it, you got 10 miles to the gallon. That was it.
Yeah.
City, highway, tailgate up, tailgate down, tailgate off. 10 miles to the gallon. That's
Well, Mythbusters did a thing about whether or not the tailgate's up.
Yep.
When the tailgate's up, the wind goes in kind of like a circle, so and it creates like a bubble, so the air goes over it anyway. So having the tailgate up or down doesn't really make a difference.
Well, that was my experience. All of it, 10 miles to the gallon. It just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
The angle I'm cutting, I cannot keep the stupid blade on the stupid line.
Doesn't Tesla have a factory out in Texas?
I have no earthly clue.
Yeah.
I think they're at least talking about it.
I look at that and I say, you could have had a V8.
Is that what you have left to do, Charles? The area where your hand is right now?
Yes, sir. And then these two brad nail areas after this right here. Yep. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel that ain't a train. Jamie says, well, I don't know if anybody read Donnie's. Crew cab F-250 long bed, can't hardly afford to run it these days, or I'd come up to see you, Charles. Carville's not too far from Gatesville. Well, dagnabbit, I wouldn't mind meeting you, sir. Mark is progress wheeling, so hopefully that's him and not all of us. No offense, Mark. Jay, sorry, I had a yawn attack. Jamie says, most vehicles in my family run on hopes and dreams. I've been there quite a bit. Jerry Brown says, yes, Tesla is down south a bit. All right. Yeah, Jerry travels quite a bit for work, so he knows more about what's where. Yep. We're probably about to lose Mark since we got a progress wheel. Yeah, he's coming back in under another connection, I reckon. Yeah. Mark, you see yourself up there progress wheeling?
Yeah, something happened on my end. I don't know what it is. All of a sudden, my internet said, nope, thanks. Show's over. I'm tired.
What did you do?
I didn't do a thing. I'm just sitting here. Now all is well. Okay.
All right.
I think I need a nap.
What?
Yeah.
I never nap. What's that like? I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Jack Nabbit.
I didn't go to bed till 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
I then turned around and woke up at 10 o'clock.
I didn't get up till 9 o'clock this morning. I was basically an oxygen thief.
I got up at 9 this morning too. I don't know what time I went to bed.
JP Woodward says, put another quarter in the meter, Mark. Dude, I loaded that sucker up. I put $2 in it.
You got
He
$2
gave the
in the
hamster a
juice
Red
box.
Bull.
I was up early this morning. I had to clean the snow. We had like 2 feet of snow. Just like
Good
yesterday.
lordy.
No, thank you. That 4-letter S word gets me the shivers every time.
I told my wife, I said, if you don't see me come out of the shed, come and check on me because there might be so much snow in front of the door, I might be able to get out.
I got up this morning, saw 2 inches of snow outside, and had Carrie show me a path to my garage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
She loves me.
What you don't know is she's running the snowblower right now, burying that door shut.
Probably.
I thought she loved me.
Years ago, I saw a cartoon in a magazine. It's a family. Christmas morning, they're all gathered around the Christmas tree, and the kids are in their PJs, and Dad's wearing his robe and everything else, and he's holding out a snow shovel with a red ribbon on it. Says, "Here's your present, Jimmy. Go play with it out in the driveway."
This isn't related, but I remember. You remember that comic called Family Circus?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, there's one of the boys was laying on the floor crying, and the other one sitting there pointing at him. And his mom, he's telling his mom, he coughed on me, so I social distance his ass.
Yep,
Just
that's
hit me
right.
there.
Jamie says the 3-letter word makes him shiver every time you see and see. Well, those are letters. That's not a word. There's
Latin
your
word,
problem.
just saying.
There's your problem.
There's your trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I think I'm going to go take me a nap
Appreciate you
before I
playing
fall
along.
out of this chair.
All right, Herbalicious. We appreciate you helping and hanging out.
All right. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, sweet dreams.
Good to meet you, Brian.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night, Herb.
John, Mark.
Have a good afternoon, Herb.
Yep. Have a good nap. We'll see you in 15 minutes, Herb.
Or 30.
30?
Uh-oh, you're getting more sleep.
I wish I could do that. I can't do naps.
I got to take off in a few
God,
minutes
I
anyways,
can.
too, because the wives bring me up for supper for an early birthday.
Hey.
I thought we were homies, man. You ain't gonna hang out for 8 hours with us? Dag nabbit. Just kidding. Yeah, I gotta hang out.
Hey, when you got free supper pay from the wife, I'm not gonna refuse.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Man's got to have priorities.
Yeah.
You know how they say, a way to a man, something about through his stomach, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Way to a man's heart is through his stomach,
That's it.
or something like that.
You know, it's pretty funny because Carrie just texted me.
I have
She says
other
she got
routes,
food
but
for me when I'm hungry.
Fine. Me and Mark will finish out the show unless Mark has to leave.
Well, I was, sitting here kind of looking. You're not too far off from done.
No, sir.
I just got my
all get out.
I just got my cable track in to run my the power for the router, but I'm still waiting on other parts that they ain't even shipped yet. So come on, Amazon,
Hey,
get on
blab
the
it.
stick. I ordered them both the same day, and I've got one part, and the other ain't even shipped yet.
That's aggravating, huh?
Oh, it's
That's ridiculous.
Getting worse all the time.
Well, it's not helping with the transportation, the COVID, and all that stuff.
Focus on everything at the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah, but this is coming from Texas.
Oh,
Let's
that's
go,
even worse.
Brandon.
Well, I can't even blame the shippers because it ain't been shipped yet. It's the dudes at the warehouse. It's like, man, find it. Get it in a box. Get it out.
Yeah.
Get her done.
I'm serious.
Get it done, I tell you what.
Mm-hmm. Ba-da-ba. So I've got almost, but not quite, not enough to do what I need to do. So
Well, it was nice meeting you guys. I'm going to take off.
Not
All right,
you
sure.
too, sir. Have a good
For-
supper or whatever y'all call it in Canada.
sure.
Yeah, I don't even know where
Really?
she's taking me.
Oh,
It's
I
a
just broke a
surprise.
blade,
I
so
think.
if you want to take a drink.
I'll drink one at supper time.
All right, by God, good having you. If you let me know if you want to be part of that chat group or whatever the case may be, unless you had your fill tonight or today. And by
No,
God.
sure. Send me the links.
All righty then.
All right. You got
Thank
me
you,
on
sir.
Facebook. You can send it through Facebook.
10-4. Behave yourself.
All right, I'm out.
Take
Later.
care, Brian. Have a good one.
Bye, guys. I don't know who
Enjoy.
I'm missing here. Donnie and Jerry and I don't know if Shaylee's still there. Steve. Anyways, I might have missed a few, but peace out.
All right, Brian, take care.
Toodle.
Later.
And Jerry says he's
And
got a
then they were
Z
two.
access. Jerry says he's got a Z access box for imitation Avid CNC, almost ready to build it.
If I know anything about Jerry, he did not use the word Z.
It says Z. Oh, right, Z. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got my Z access box for my imitation Avid CNC almost.
The hell
ready
is
to build.
this Z crap, man?
Those for
Well,
the people that
people
follow the
need-
Greek alphabet.
Well, how's it
People
on
in
the
the
Z?
People in the UK say that and H instead of H.
Well, but you know the Brits, they're always adding extra letters where they don't need one.
Yep. So
That was
we got
for
a
that.
Canadian, an Oregonian, and a Texan on the panel here. Go ahead.
That'll work. I'm going to say that my comment there about the Brits always adding extra letters to words, that was for Tom, but I guess he's not here anymore. That's okay. Jerry Brown says it's the same thing. No, a Z and a Z are not the same thing.
Stop fighting.
You know, it's separated by a common language. Jerry says that wagon looked like it was on the Oregon Trail. Yes.
Yeah,
We're
it's a
all
little
hoping
rustic.
We're all hoping Charles doesn't die of dysentery on his journey.
I'd rather just not die of anything personally.
Yeah, but even dysentery adds humiliation to the death.
I want to live
Yeah.
forever.
I don't want to die with a dumb look on my face.
You better
I
stop
figure-
playing with yourself.
I figure I'm dead. I don't care what I look like.
Good Lord, we're down to 5 viewers. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's because Herb left.
This is true.
Herb rebooted and took 5 viewers with him.
All right, I'm gonna go get some food. I'll be back.
I'll be
All
frank.
right, I'll probably be done by the time you get back, but much obliged.
But you don't have much left.
We'll see.
You don't have much left at all.
Not
But-
much enough.
But you still have to go back and get those 2 Bradnail areas. But
Yeah. But that's only 2 cuts right there.
Yeah, Jerry Brown says watch some videos with Peter, Z-axis and Mach 3 all day long. Yes, that's true. Peter's a good guy, though. I've had the opportunity to yak with him in video calls. He's a good guy. Very knowledgeable. But if you ever want to upset him, make a mistake and call him Australian or asking him what part of Australia he's from. He is quick to let you know.
Like being called Scott.
He is quick to let you know he's in New Zealand.
I'm in New Zealand, you bastard.
More or less.
I don't know what they even sound like. I'm just using a weird voice. Alrighty then.
It is similar. The New Zealand accent is similar to the Australian, but not quite.
Australia, right, mate.
Jerry says, do not say, let's put another shrimp on the Barbie. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't actually say that.
Yep.
They also don't say crikey. Only Steve Irwin said that. Well, for the most part.
Some Brits use cracky a lot.
Well, they're Brits.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, British people. We're just having a sense of humor here. Sorry. That's Canadian.
Mike says, is New Zealand in Pakistan now, Charles?
I don't think so. I do not know where it is. How are we going to make it? I do not know.
Yeah, we'll make it one way or another.
Yeah.
It's getting closer. Every day,
Yeah.
in every way, things are getting better and better.
Yay. Mark is a motivational speaker.
Yeah. Can you tell I'm motivated?
Yep. That was code for, hey, dumbass, we got stuff to do. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Sorry for the wordy turd.
Right now, my motivation is, I don't know. I think my excite-o-meter is reading 0 right now.
Ugh.
It's one of those days. Mister. No, nothing to do with you. It's one of those days where I'm not even sure I'm awake yet.
Well, it shouldn't be 0 because you're on my awesome fun live stream.
Right, but it doesn't take motivation for me to sit here and talk to you. It does take motivation for me to get myself up, go outside, and go to work in the shop.
Right.
I'm at work stoppage simply because I need the other parts. So about all I would accomplish is take it outside and have one more thing sitting in the shop with no purpose until I get the rest of the parts. And what fun is that? One more thing I got to step over to get to where I need to get.
I do that a lot. My shop's a little obstacle course.
Oh, yeah. Big time. That's why I say I got to wait for a stretch of nice weather. In fact, I need to check that right now. So
I'm reading them little elves won't come back and clean the shop.
Yeah.
Jerry's had to navigate through my messy shop before.
Okay, starting tonight will be mostly clear until Tuesday. Then we got fog and then possible rain coming in again. So, yeah. And holy cow, we're supposed to hit 70 degrees tomorrow. Holy. That's okay. We'll make up. We're going to make up for it by only hitting 60 on Monday. So that'll work. Good old Pacific Northwest weather in the wintertime.
Yeah.
If it's not rain, it's fog.
I know Washington is known for constantly rain. I couldn't live there. I hate rain.
Yeah. I'm with you. They think the sun is evil.
And lightning and crap. Yeah. I like thunder and lightning. If it's going to rain, I want it to be worth it.
Yeah, rain and get it over with. You know, the problem with Washington is not that it's a lot of rain. It's not a huge volume. It's like only like 16 inches of rain a year. It just takes all year to do it because it's an almost constant
Yeah.
drizzle. You
Yeah.
know, they think the sun is evil there. I mean, you know, you get more than 3 days of clear sunny weather, they start looking for sacrifices.
Jerry's saying, I've been there several times. It's not a clean shop usually.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll call it cluttered more than dirty. But yeah, maybe it's a little both right now.
Well, a clean shop is a sign of idle hands, you know.
Well, ain't no idling here.
That's what I mean. I'm too busy to clean.
Somebody pooped in my trash can. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to have a shocking comment there. All righty.
Yeah. Yeah, I just finally got the top of my table saw cleared off so I can use it. Before I had chop saw and a whole bunch of other stuff stacked up there. I got to get building my assembly table because that's going to have a lot of built-in storage too. I just got to get stuff moved out of the way so I have the room to build the table. But it'll happen. I'm not worried.
Oh, we are so close. Seems like every time I make a cut, 3 more appear.
Donnie King says, still have a sheet of ice on my back ramp, so haven't been in the shop for 2 days, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, we're sitting down low in elevation about 1,300 feet above sea level. So there's a lot of snow in the mountains around us, but we're down here in this little shadow valley. We don't get a lot of snow. And if we do get snow, it's an inch, maybe 2, and it may last 24 hours, but usually not.
Well, what's happening around here, we got about 2 inches, and it starts to melt, but then it starts getting cold enough it turns the snow crunchy and icy instead of, just regular old snow.
Well, with us, it's just the opposite. It warms up enough to where it starts raining and it melts that snow off.
Yeah.
So, a couple of years back, we got 8.5 inches of snow overnight. And it was the talk of the news for a week because that was second place to the most snowfall in 24 hours this valley has ever gotten. There was one day back in like 1916 where they got 11.5 inches of snow overnight, and that's the record. And this 8.5 we got was second place to that.
It's okay, Donnie. We all speak Taiwanese here.
Yeah, that's right.
He says, I slipped on my ass and went down hard. I limped into the shop, said, yeah, it's fine, went back in.
Yeah. Right. And flip on the light. Nothing is burning. Nothing appears to be stolen. Shut the light off. Go back in the house. Say it's fine. Maybe tomorrow.
Something somewhere is off on this saw because looking at the blade, it's vibrating a lot.
I don't know.
I don't feel the vibration, but I see it. I don't either.
Is it blade tension or something like that? Or
well, if I increase the tension,
you see, I don't know anything about it.
It did need tension. Which doesn't usually. That's why I'm surprised. But okay, Mike. But okay. Let me watch on this cut because that did need some tension improvement.
Donnie says, could use my propane torch on it, I guess. He's talking about that sheet of ice on his back ramp. The winter sun doesn't shine on it.
It still does have some vibration, but maybe I'm just being picky.
Yeah, maybe it just needs a little bit of cleaning and maintenance, a little care, and a little oil, and for your do that before your next stream, and you'll be all set.
Hell no, I don't work. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah.
At least got 5 people hanging out till the end. By God, we're so close.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have 3 pieces of bread nails to cut.
Oh, 3 bread nails? Okay, I thought it was 2. All right.
I thought it was 2, and then I realized there's one over there.
Well, everybody has to believe in something, Charles, and I believe it's time for me to go grab another bottle of Dr. Pepper, so I will be right back.
All right. I believe I can fly. I ran out of Dr. Pepper too. Not all together, just sitting right here. Oh, we're so close, my friends. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more cards. I don't know why I'm using an accent. It's because I'm childish, dagnabbit. No, I have a sense of humor. There's a difference. I'm so lonely. Would go quicker if I could find the next pilot hole. Just saying. Here we go.
Okay, back in black.
You scared me.
Did I scare you?
Yeah.
Didn't mean to scare
I
you.
almost killed myself.
Well.
You weren't trying to. It's just I went from dead silence to, oh.
All right. Pour another glass. And I will be set for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got informed that at the top of the hour she wants to go grocery shopping, so.
Oh no, I must hurry.
So I'm gonna have to take off at the top of the hour. So about 45 minutes.
Okay, I should be done by then.
Yep. That's what I'm
Why
figuring, because you're pretty close now.
Yeah, I'm so close.
TWSS. All right.
Sorry, don't you stop it. We're so close to done. I went from a German accent to Asian, trying to speak English.
Something.
We
Or
are
something.
so fast. We finish in no time. You stick around.
Mm-hmm.
You no leave. Got a giblet stuck.
Whoops.
Get out of there, giblet. Oh, it's gone now over here. Okay. We back. Need to scroll for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever
I was going to sit there and count how many cuts were left, but that's stupid. I could be cutting instead of counting. Just saying.
Yep. Don't count it, cut it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that now. You pay attention.
Okay.
Got that song stuck in my head.
Yeah. My work here is done.
Oh, yeah. It was my song. Now y'all. Okay.
comments have slowed way down.
Because
Don't
we
know
only
what the
have
reason
3
for that
viewers.
is.
They're so mean.
I thought we had 5. Uh-oh.
Right as I was about to name the number, it dropped.
Yeah.
I think we're 2 of the 3. Just saying. I'm just kidding. I
Well,
have no idea.
Billy Burt is live right now, so that's he's got 7, so that's taken a few away.
That is so mean, Barry.
The dirty dog.
I'm kidding. I kid. We support each other.
That's right.
You do not scroll when I scroll.
That's all right.
It's okay. It's all right. Yes?
Riding around in the breeze. Well, it's all right.
Jelly Brown says, I am learning through programming on the 3D printer, so there is that. He probably said it in a more clear way, but I'm childish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Mark read comments.
Multitasking is multitasking, and that's all there is to it.
I not multitask very well at all.
I can do some things. Like I can bounce back and forth between here and Facebook or over to my emails or something like that. And that's cool. But other than that, what I need to do, and I'm not going to do it now because I'm in here with you. What I need to do is switch YouTube accounts and go download our podcast episode and start on that edit. Because I got to have that done by Monday. I have to have that done by Monday afternoon. But that's okay.
Oh no, that's daddy.
It don't take long. It don't take long.
For me, it takes a long time.
I
have no idea why I'm talking like this.
I don't either. Well, all I have to do is download the episode that we recorded on YouTube and then strip the audio out of it. And then, the episode.
That would be episode, sir.
That depends on where you're from.
I'm from God's country. Sorry.
Well, it's a good place to be from.
I expect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mother and grandmother were from Texas. Mom was born in Childress, over on the Texas-Louisiana border.
Really?
Well, in that area.
I see. I cannot find Pirate Hall. There we go. Okay.
TWSS. There you go.
Stop it.
Close your left eye.
Stop it. You go your room.
I'm in my room.
You know, I was wrong. I have a 4th one over here. Good Lord, man. Heck, blab it. I'm afraid if I keep looking, I'll keep finding more.
Yeah. Quit searching.
Stop bumping my camera. I'm sorry.
What kind of camera mount are you on there?
I'd show it to you, but the camera's on it.
Yeah.
Let me take picture. I'll show you picture.
Well, no, don't worry about it. Is it one of those clamp on?
I'm not mine.
Is it one of those boom arms?
It's a wooden hooser deal. I will I will show you. It's not a problem. Okay. It's coming from the ceiling over here. And
okay.
You are here.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, you have a bot just posted in the comments.
Oh, stop it. I don't have a wrench. Wait.
I don't have a... Yeah, you do. You own the thing.
Well, we'll just let the bloody bot do what he wants to do. It's not forcing anybody to click, by God. Let me move my phone over here. Ugh. I believe I can fly.
Yep.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Only if you have a walk.
Yeah. Well, if anybody wants to see some pornography, it's vor.red. You're welcome.
Yeah. There went the monetization on that one.
Whoopsies.
Yeah.
It's not my link. It's a bot. Just saying. This is the final normal cut. Oh, I forgot, Mark. I
Yeah.
have to do my signature last. I
Okay.
already have a spot for it. Oh, and I have a brad nail cut over there too. My God, they just keep showing up. Stop it.
Okay. So that was the last of the regular cuts.
Yes, besides my signature. And I got to flip this thing around because there's a straight cut on. Oh, I'm pointing at it and y'all can't see it. I'll show you. There's a straight cut off of that. So I wanted to be
Okay.
closer to it when I cut it.
Okay.
Where the hell is the blade at? Oh, wait. Where is it? There it is.
Keep searching. You'll find it. There you go.
Oh, yeah. The search is on. Whoa, diddly. But if we don't get that line straight, it's all right. Why? Because it's rusty.
Mm-hmm.
You are welcome. All right.
Well, it's all right. Riding around in the breeze. I'll quit it so you don't get a copyright strike. Not that I sound anything like the original. Traveling Woolburys. Excellent supergroup.
Okay.
It was George Harrison from the Beatles, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne from the Electric Light Orchestra. Excellent group.
Remember Damn Yankees?
2 excellent albums.
Do you remember Damn Yankees?
Yes, I do.
Really? Drink.
Really? Drink. There ain't nobody here to drink. Drink. Now, damn it.
That's because I'm rushing and I'm pushing the blade harder than I should. Actually, I'm not rushing. I'm American. Sorry. They can't all be winners. All right.
I just reported the bot as a porn spammer, so.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
If I took the time to go to the watch page, I could get rid of it, but I don't. Well,
you can do it in StreamYard too.
I forgot. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. Wait, block a user. Oh, you go bye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go back, yeah? All right. No. I see somebody's going to give me a thumbs down just for all the weird voices.
Nah, no biggie.
Security's overrated. I don't give a poop.
Love me or hate me, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I don't even look at that. I really don't. I know
I don't
I'm
either.
not for everybody.
I'm for everybody. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not good at playing arrogant because I'm not arrogant.
I make long, boring videos, and I know they're long, and I know they're boring. But when you have to, when you're doing a task, but you're explaining every single step along the way, it gets long and it gets monotonous.
Yeah, but have you noticed how many subscribers you have? It's a good problem to have. Just saying.
Well, most folks talk about they play me back at 1 1/4 or 1.5 times speed, and I'm fine with that. But I have to speak slowly because I'm the guy that goes back and adds subtitles and closed captions.
Good Lord, that's too much work.
And I'm the kind of guy, yeah, but it's been a big boom for me. I'm the kind of guy that I want the text has to be up on the screen long enough for them to be able to read it.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to get the text matched to when I'm actually saying that on camera. So a lot of it is done automatically, but it does take a couple hours to do. And, but I discovered I don't do it on my live streams. I do not subtitle or closed caption my videos on live stream.
I couldn't either, man. Not with a 4-hour live stream.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Mine are only about an hour plus or minus, and I don't do those. But my normal regular videos, there's a service I go through. I upload the video, and it will use its voice recognition, kind of sort of like YouTube does, and it'll give me a transcript that I download. I edit that in my word processor. Then I go upload that file to YouTube and then go in and just adjust the timing.
Jerry says I have to watch your videos at 2 times speed. And I don't know if you're talking about you or me.
No, he's talking about me, and a lot of people do. Most folks do, and I'm fine with that. You know, I mean, I don't want to sit there for 45 minutes either. I mean, how do you think I feel? I'm the guy that makes them. But I then discovered that YouTube will let you translate those subtitles with auto translate, and that's 5 clicks per language. So I go in, you know, people ask me, can you do the translation? And like the last one I just added was Russian, and it was 5 clicks, boom, it's auto translated into Russian. And I currently
with all these voices I've been doing, how many times Jerry rolled his eyes, or anybody watching?
He rolled his eyes so hard he was looking at his own brain. But
good lordy.
But because I do that, just looking at my analytics, fully 20% of my viewers use those subtitles. So that's a sizable amount of viewers. I'll keep doing it. It's worth it to me.
I'll pay you a nickel every 4 videos if you do that for me.
Deal? Yeah, that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen.
At least you thought about it.
Said I'm easy, but I'm not cheap. I don't even do that for my live streams. That's not going to happen.
Fine. Well, in fairness, I wasn't asking you to do it for yours.
I know that. That's what I'm screaming. Let's see
other
here.
Than the signature, Brad Nails, I have one more.
Okay, my mistake. 37% of my viewers use closed captions.
Fine. Why don't you just show off or something, Mark? Fine. Fine. Sorry.
Well,
got a little elevated there.
I had a conversation on Facebook with a lady who, another bot. I had a conversation with a lady on Facebook who asked me if I would go in and fix the closed captions, the automatic closed captions provided by YouTube, because it didn't make any sense. And she said she was deaf, not hearing impaired. She says she took offense at hearing impaired. She was deaf. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I thought, well, she's not the only one that needs that. So I went back and I subtitled, closed captioned all of my videos. And now I just do it as part of my upload process.
You out your mind. I'm just kidding. And I got an error when I tried to block that bot. Mm-hmm. All it let me do is time him out for 5 minutes. Hopefully I finished pretty quick.
That means it's coming from the same IP address. It's just a different name. Oh. So it's the same IP address as the one you blocked previously.
Good Lord.
But I look over here at the watch page. I'm not seeing it. You're seeing it, but I'm not on the watch page.
I'm not seeing it anymore because I timed it out for 5 minutes.
Well, it never came up. So... Oh. I reported that one too.
Thank you.
Okay, Steve came in and said I'd already hidden it on the channel. That's why.
Okay. I'm gonna. I have my signature and then the last Brad nail cut. And we will be dead.
All right.
If I can get this piece of debris out of there, all right.
Donnie King says, not boring at all, Mark, filled with good info for those that need it. An excellent explanation. Well, thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And I know it's long, it's boring, but it's hard to be exciting when you're sitting there talking to a computer screen, you know.
I'm exciting as all get out. That's just me. I
Well,
forgot to drill a pilot hole for my signature.
But see, at least here you are doing something. There's action going on. Mine, it's just watching my mouse cursor run around the screen. And that's I understand. It gets old fast.
All right. Sorry about that. Bumped my camera there. I'll situate it as soon as I get the blade fed through the hole there.
I
can. Really? One pilot hole? The last pilot hole, and I can't freaking find it?
You're...
These are ridiculous, you know? These embarrassing, yes? Oh. Good God on the stick, man.
You can't drill a half-inch pilot hole for that, can you?
No. Okay, this is embarrassing, yes. I know I'm in the vicinity because there's only so much room over here. Really, am I going to have to turn this thing over and hog out one? Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, all right. This is ridiculous. I'll be right, well, not be right back. I'm out of view of the camera for a second.
Okay.
Make me very angry. Why I not see daylight to hole? I just drill it. I did not. That's what happened. I didn't push the drill bit down far enough. It didn't go through both pieces.
Uh-oh. Well, there's your problem.
Well, because I don't have a whole lot of brad nails over here, so it pushed the second piece down instead of drilling through it, which means I probably need to get a new drill bit. But in the meantime,
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
We're gonna ride this again.
Yes.
Oh, look, Mark, it got through.
Hey, ain't this an amazing age we're living then? Push a bit all the way through the material.
Can you see signature, or is the light too bright? I barely have it in there. I know how to spell my name. I just do it for a line to follow.
It's a little bit washed out, but that's okay because it'll develop as you cut.
Yeah, and the rest of the piece is pivoting because I have such a small area. So I'm going to tape something real quick. Because I don't want to screw that up, yes? Where's all my dang tape?
Yeah, it's kind of late in the process to be making a mistake now.
Yeah, so I apologize that I got to stand up and find some tape. Be right back. So you sing a jingle for the folks, and by God, sorry folks, I just wanted to leave y'all hanging. BR to the B.
All right. Well, it's all right. Riding around in the breeze. Well, it's all right. Nope, not going to do that. Copyright strike. Steve says images blurry here. Yeah, I think that's more of an internet connection issue than it is anything else. I mean, the camera looks into focus to me. It's just it kind of fades in and out. Like it's, dropping down to like 360p and then back up to 720. I think Charles's internet service is just one step above 2 tin cans on a string. But that's the price you pay for living in a rural community. So it's blurry here too, but I don't know that there's much that can be done. Mike had to reboot. I guess he's not been able to get it back up.
I'm back.
Yeah, I know you know all about it, Steve, but
Is this still blurry? Well,
it goes in and out.
Dag blab it.
Well, it's nothing you can do on your end. It's your internet connection. That's what I'm saying.
Joy.
It goes in and out on occasion, but then it'll, calm right down and everything will be fine. It happens.
Yeah.
I need to get into my settings a little bit more. If I'm back here on this computer, I can go on StreamYard and I can do my, stream at 1080p. But if I'm outside on my laptop with that camera for my live streams, even though that camera is 1080p, the software controller for it broadcasts through StreamYard at 720p. So I just got to do some work. And it's part of it's that old laptop, part of it's that old camera. I just need to get a better webcam. But right now money is being spent on other things. So I got to get the CNC up and running after moving. Now, you don't realize all the work you got to do when you move a machine. I mean, that's why I had to get this cable chain, this drag chain. I had to reroute where I'm running power cables to the machine because it's a different setup. Taller ceiling and the whole thing. So what I was using in the old shed no longer works.
Well, crap on a stick, man.
But you don't know that until you get it moved in there and say, well, that don't work no more. Now I got to come up with something else,
Yeah.
And yeah, I could, staple a rope to the ceiling and tie it off, but that, there's a more elegant situation, solution. I just got to find it. But that's okay.
One of the smallest signatures I've done, but it's turning out halfway decent. He said just before he broke one. I'm just kidding.
Now. Don't jinx yourself, homeboy.
Okay. Well, I got the G a little crooked, but that's all right. We got one more cut, folks. Don't you worry.
The penultimate cut.
Yeah, whatever that meant.
Penultimate means next to last. Or next to first, whatever.
I just say next to last. But that's me.
Mm-hmm. Well, sure, if you want to say it that way.
I hope I'm not missing another one. Nope, I'm not. I just tested a little bit.
You'll find out soon enough.
Now, even with brad nails being in there, when I'm working on the last cut, I press down pretty hard just in case something wants to pivot or shift somewhere.
Yeah.
And I said shift.
Well, you've taped it around the edge in a couple of places, right?
Only right here.
Oh, okay.
Because I got brad nails in here, so hopefully it won't pivot.
Okay. Well, you already did the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Because you had found like 5 of them.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just shivering with anticipation.
You sure you don't just need to use the bathroom?
No, I did that before.
Yeah, I meant to tell everybody. I teached in a potty this morning.
Mm.
I'm
One small victory at a time.
Yeah. My wife appreciates it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what I do here, I take out blade. I move camera out of view, and then I turn the camera so you can say, "Oh, he's done! Yay!" So that's how I tease people. Although y'all have seen the majority of it.
Donnie, you're leaving right at the moment. Donnie King says, very nice, Charles. Been called to dinner. Thanks, guys, for everything. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm about to literally show everything. I've got
Yep.
tape stuck on my hand. Let me turn the camera to tease y'all, and we will see the finished project. Tell her just a second, Donnie. Dang it, I got tape stuck on my finger there. Here, folks, is your finished piece.
All right. And that looked cool. That's just
Keep
flat
my
out
eye.
cool.
Much obliged, mister. And we got 2 of them because we stack cut. Thank y'all very much for hanging out as long as you did, all 3 of you. I'm just kidding. I may very well do another live stream around 8 p.m. Central Time because Shay is going live at 9. I don't want to step on that. Thank you, Steve Nealon. And thank you for everybody else that stopped by. If you're not subscribed, I hope you'll consider it. And if you do, make sure you click on the bell, click on the word all. You won't miss anything. I can't promise I'll be back tonight, but I will try because I have another piece I started but haven't finished yet, and it's a peasant. So, by God, that's something to work on. Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate everybody being here. And Mark, do you remember what to do at the end?
Yeah.
Jerry says I've seen better. Jerry says I've seen better. That's funny. Just playing looks good. Thank you, sir. I'm much obliged. What you're supposed to do towards the end of the show is you point at the camera and say scroll on. All right? All right, so I'll do it since it's my show. Well, yeah, okay.
That was a rehearsal.
Appreciate y'all, folks. Appreciate y'all being here. By God, I did have fun, and we're going to do this again, so be notified if I could hit the right button. Scroll on.